Godfather experience to
right,
to
and
this.
it's got the program and everything. This is ridiculous.
Listen,
That's
please.
awful nice of you.
Who else would I have thought of when I saw it?
Actually, you know what VCR I have it that's operational.
The one that we had?
The one that we had where we played Sega.
Yeah.
It was
the monitor with the
monitor
VHS
with
built
the
in.
VHS. It's
Don,
not
so
an
now-
ideal way to watch
No,
The Godfather.
but now it's a good way for you to
Small
set up and
screen.
watch during commercial breaks on Fridays.
Well, there you go.
It'll
know
take
what?
you like
Maybe
6 years
how
of the
about
show.
this? I'll bring it in tomorrow. We'll all watch
Watch
during
during
commercial
commercials.
breaks here in studio.
I don't hate this
How
at
about
all.
that? How about that? All right, so I got to tell you, when I keep bringing this up about the Yankees being in good shape. They're the only team in the
Keeps
history
aging
of sports
better and better, Don.
that even their injuries are good news. Like, first it was Fried went down last week. Oh, but it might just be precautionary, make sure he's ready for the postseason, and that looks like what it's going to be. He's worked on the side sessions, and it looks like he's going to be fine. Matter of fact, there is talk he might actually pitch this week. So everything's good. All right? Weathers gets hurt. We get the text message on the throw. He was pitching so great. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out he might only miss a couple of weeks. And Kay said on his show he probably wasn't going to start a game anyway. They were going to start getting him acclimated to the bullpen because that's what he was going to be doing, pitching out of the bullpen with everybody coming back healthy. Rodon pitched well again yesterday, just 4 innings again, but still, he still pitched well. So he's part of it. You've got your big three when Fried comes back. So you're set. So Weathers is going to go to the bullpen anyway. So that injury's fine. But then the big one that I think everybody felt was a gut punch doesn't really feel that way as you start to absorb it, and that is Giancarlo Stanton. Got word on Saturday as I was getting ready for the Sasso softball. The game's coming on. Aaron Boone, he's done. He fell down, working out, which is just crazy, right? I mean, it is pretty amazing that it just feels like he's shot, man. I would not be surprised if we never see him again. But he's not going to come back. So that insurance policy of the postseason is not going to be there. But with Garcia, which was a nice trade by Cashman, set to play first base, and he's raking since he's been a Yankee, and Rice being the DH, and if Judge can come back and play the outfield, Stanton didn't really have a place anyway. Your right-handed power off the bench could end up being Goldschmidt. I don't go as far as Kay went that it's no big deal because he still wanted that Stanton postseason swagger, right? That insurance policy that he could still be the guy that can hit in the postseason. Although they didn't do great last year, but still, they go to the World Series almost on his back 2 years ago.
He was great in the Cleveland series.
But even that injury doesn't seem to hit as badly as you thought. Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Blue Jays. They're still 3 back of the Rays. But if you take a look at the schedule, things kind of favor the Yankees, guys. The Rays' win percentage of opponents the rest of the way, both teams have 32 games, is 510 to the Yankees' 490. But here's what's interesting. Rays have 15 games at home, 17 on the road. You know how good they are at home.
And they're really good at home, yeah.
The Yankees have 20 at home, 12 on the road. Now, they do have to go to the West Coast, but part of that West Coast trip is taking on the lousy Angels. So I'm going to triple down. I'm going to do it every week. Yankees still in good shape. And that was a nice weekend. They scored some runs, manufactured some runs. Jazz had a big home run last night. And here we are.
Jazz had
the Yankees.
Jazz had a few good moments this weekend.
He did.
Well, he needed that home run, though. Been a while. Rice had a big hit. Bellinger came back, got himself a double. You saw the offense kind of open up yesterday, which was really good to see. But, look, I will – only because I need to be the yin to your yang. I'm going to squelch some of the – they're in great shape just because everything you laid out has so many variables still to it. And that is Judge. I don't know if you're going to put him in right field. I think he's DH. I don't know if you want to risk him diving for a ball or making a play on a ball in the outfield and re-injuring his rib. You can't afford that. So there's that. I think there's still variable when it comes to, well, you don't really need Weathers as a starter. I don't know what the road's going to be. I know he can start in a pinch. Well, you're getting back, Luis Heal's on his way back. Clark Schmidt's on his way back. I don't know what I'm getting out of them. Like, it's a lot of variables. I got to see it.
But
so
why?
Saying
But
somebody that's having a good year leaves and it doesn't hurt you, I can't just say that casually.
No, Don. Well, here's what I'll say is amazing about Don. In a weekend in which they played decently, but the only news, Alan, that came out was bad. Both days of the weekend. It was Stanton, then Weth. All we got was bad news this weekend.
Right.
And Don comes in and goes, see? Things keep getting better.
Everything's great.
I don't know that I can.
I know. Stanton is definitely somebody that strikes fear into the opposing dugout because there's just the prospect of him coming to the plate.
That. And I give you that.
Particularly in the playoffs.
And people respect him for his power.
But
so you lose that weapon. Now, I know. Where would he play if Judge can't play the field? There's not enough pieces. So Stanton now becomes sort of a guy that's on the outside anyway. He would have been a very expensive pinch hitter, right? I know. But I still know what I got in him in the postseason.
But yeah, I get it.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. And I acknowledge that when I was going through it. But, Peter, what I was saying is these injuries all seem to be resolving themselves with Fried coming back, Bellinger's back, and Weathers was going to go to the bullpen anyway, and it looks like if you err on the side of him coming back in a couple of weeks, there's still going to be time for him to get acclimated to the bullpen and pitch out of the bullpen. What we're looking at here, though, and give me this at least. I'm giving you an optimistic view. Alan wants to give a pessimistic view. I'm just looking at this team that doesn't quit. Last weekend, they lose 2 out of 3 to Toronto, can't score a run. They salvaged the last game of the Toronto series and basically has done nothing but win since. The only loss that they had was Saturday against the guy that might win the Cy Young, and you were getting no hit going into the 7th, and still you lost the game 4-3. You still found a way to get the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning. Like, this team is like a zombie. They just keep coming, and they just don't seem to be bothered by anything. Injuries happen, we'll figure it out. But you painstakingly, for some reason, try to find, what if Judge doesn't come back? Well, I don't know if Judge doesn't come back.
You don't have to work that hard.
Is there any conversation at all that he won't come back?
But you don't have to work that hard to have negative feeling after a weekend in which you found out that players who were previously available are no longer available.
And playing well.
And including one who in Stanton.
Fried and Weathers. That's 2
that's those
starting pitchers.
And then the Stanton news, even as Alan said, even if he ended up being an overpriced pinch hitter, you just know that in a playoff run,
there's going to be one at bat.
There's going to be at least one where it's a big moment and they go, here comes Stanton. Like that's happening.
And they have to make a pitching change or something. You know that just because of who he is and his reputation.
Right. But I don't
so
think
that value
it's not
lose.
Zero.
But nobody we're hitching their wagon to, we're going to get Stanton back.
I understand.
Because, anytime Stanton comes back, there's the potential he's going to get hurt again.
But that's
he
not
got
what I'm
hurt
saying.
falling down, running bases.
Which really sucks.
So, you can't count on Stanton. Anybody who counts on Stanton it's ludicrous. It's just ridiculous.
It's not about Stanton. It's about you saying they continue to be in great shape.
Yeah.
They are playing well. They're finding ways to score now where they have struggled to. I don't know if it's the Blue Jays or if it's them figuring something out. But that it has been promising lately. Their record in the month of August is very good. Like they have gotten through the worst part of the season, and they are heading into September, where it seems like offensively they're figuring it out, and their starting pitching still remains good. I am not talking about Stanton. I'm talking about the fact, like what Peter just said, pieces that you know have been good, you're losing. You're replacing them with injured players who are coming back, and you're saying,
I know,
but you get this guy, so everything's going to be fine. And I'm like, how can I trust that it's going to be fine? I trust what I see. And what you see, and Weathers have been very good.
And what you're seeing is a team that, with Bellinger back just one game and no Stanton and no Judge, they're winning games. And this weekend in particular, they're finding ways to score runs and not just relying on home runs, and that they're manufacturing. They scored 8 runs yesterday.
Yeah.
All right? They scored 6 runs a couple of nights before that. So they seem to be out of the doldrums of just 1-2 and a cloud of dust. But again, I'm not painstakingly trying to be optimistic either. I'm just telling you, you lost a starting pitcher who's been good, that even though he was pitching great, they were still going to relegate him to the bullpen anyway, and he should be back in time to do that in the postseason. Fried is on his way back. And because of the play of Garcia at first base, Stanton becomes less of a problem Because when we were talking about Stanton coming back, and a lot of that was before the trade deadline and before we saw how good Garcia is, we were thinking, well, Stanton might be the DH, and maybe Judge can come back and be an everyday player, which is a bit of a reach. But now that Rice can be your DH and Garcia can be your first baseman, you were relying less upon Stanton. So Stanton became, hey, that could be a guy that could start at DH and get 4 or 5 at-bats a game, to a guy that was just going to come off the bench as right-handed power. But will it be missed? Sure. But at first, Peter, it looked like we're going to lose an everyday player who was going to be relegated to be maybe a pinch hitter against lefties in the postseason.
But also, again...
So that's a good thing.
But again, you don't know what's going to happen. Like, we're all sure of what it's going to be. There was a world where they go, good thing Stanton's coming back, because now Judge turned out not to be ready. No, Judge tweaked it. He's now off, and now you do need Stanton more. So you can't just put in a bubble, because right now it looks like losing people who are going to play in any capacity leading into a playoff run is problematic. I like that we know that your angle is all things considered, they're good. But it wasn't a great weekend.
But all they lost, Peter, is a pinch hitter.
Right now, yes. That's all.
But I got Alan say, well, what if Judge doesn't come back? Is there any indication Judge is not going to come back?
I didn't say not come back. I just don't know what he's going to be.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We don't know. But even without Judge playing, you're finding ways to win. You're only 3 back of the Rays, and I just outlined for you who's got the easier road the rest of the way. Plus, you play them 4 times at the end of the season.
By the way,
all right, and just the presence of Judge, Peter, elevates everybody, because they're not going to know if he's cooked or not. So he's going to be in there at any moment, can blast a 500-foot home run, which makes guys in the lineup better. So just him being there, if he ends up hitting his 220 with 1 home run in the postseason, it's still the threat of Judge that can elevate. Rice was on his way to an MVP when Judge was healthy. Now, you don't think that Rice can now find his game again? He's kind of found it close to it, but not to the MVP level.
Let me ask you a question. Was there is there any scenario where if Stanton was raking and looked really good?
Stanton?
If Stanton were to come back and look good in his at-bats that he had, is there a scenario where he could have been an everyday player? Or is there no place?
DH.
But is there a place where he could have been everyday DH, though?
Only if Judge can come back.
So meaning that Judge is fully back in the outfield.
Which isn't out of the realm of possibility, but I err towards the side of Allen that he's going to end up, if he comes back in the middle of September, missing 3.5 months.
You got to bring him along slow.
Is he going to be ready to be an everyday outfielder for this team? He still could be, but in all likelihood, if I were to bet no, then he'd be the DH.
Baseball's a crazy game, guys.
Isn't it, though?
But in hockey and in football, guys they're coming back with half their body broken to decide whether over the next month they can get crushed
who's the kid
physically.
For the Flyers who played with a broken leg, right? Or torn ACL or whatever?
But it's all over football and hockey. Can they make it? In baseball, you go, is he going to be okay to chew sunflower seeds in right field and run 6 times during the game?
But
I'm sorry. It's running 3 times. There's
always the one.
Well, especially with Judge.
Goes to the wall.
Well,
he goes up to get it.
That's a Judge thing, too.
Boom, and now
he crashes in, his foot hits, his chest hits, he dives.
But this is what's interesting, because I hate it, and I wouldn't want to have to do it. Because you know me, even in the Sasso game, I'm acting like an idiot, like it's Game 7.
He was great.
But doesn't it make sense? All the reasons that you said, Aaron, let it go. All right,
let it go.
I know you want to make the diving play. I know you want to slam and make into the wall and make the play that saves the inning. But if this is what we're worried about, and we want you to play the outfield, dial it down.
But you can't say let it go if
business
the game's
decisions
on the line.
Well, no, of course. But
and tell a fan about business decisions.
We love those plays, and I think he's special. I think he's that good of an outfielder. I think he's special. But if you're worried that he's going to make a diving play that's going to knock him out of the World Series, don't make the diving play. I get it if it's Game 7 and you got to make it. And believe me, I'm the last person who wants to play that way. I want guys to be all out. We all want our guys to be all out. But the way Peter described it, he could be just an outfielder. Catch what's hit to you. All right?
That's all.
Make an effort, but you know what? Don't kill yourself. We're good.
And if we need Stanton to be, let's say we want Stanton playing every day. It's like, hey, dude, can you handle just being in right field so Stanton can be the DH every day? Let's put these bats on the lineup.
I know you guys are new to New York.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I just want to warn you that the first time Judge pulls up and lets a ball drop in front of him, and the game tying score in the seventh inning goes in.
You don't
think guys you don't think we're getting calls the next day?
All right, but that's not how you manage a team, right? Worried about what the callers are going to say on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Yeah, because by the way, if they were listening to that, their entire approach to baseball would be different. Because they obviously don't care what callers think.
What's funny is that run you save in the top of the second inning against the Texas Rangers might save our season if you let it go.
That's right.
And in the moment it sounds ridiculous, and he might not be able to program himself to not do that. I couldn't do it. I try to catch everything.
I need fans on the record right now saying they're fine with it.
But you know what,
Alan? I need it on the record. You're fine with it.
And they'll lie to you, and then you're absolutely 100% right. The first one that falls at his feet, and God forbid they lose the game, the fans are going to be ripping into him. But if he dives and separates his shoulder or re-injures that rib and can't play, they're going to kill him. Hey, how about this? God, we love you. We want your calls at 1-800-919-3776. But if you think your opinions are moving the needle upstairs at Yankee Stadium, you're nuts.
Oh, we know they're not.
And they shouldn't, right? They shouldn't. Or my opinion, or Joel Sherman's opinion, or John Amon's opinion, or Michael Kay's opinion, or Paul O'Neill's opinion. They've got to think what's best. And if I'm going to lose Aaron Judge playing right field because I'm afraid he's going to dive in the top of the second inning and hurt himself, and now I can't use a healthy Stanton, or I can't use Rice because my DH is landlocked, isn't that?
Yeah,
you don't want that. We also got to get into Stanton's legacy. Good, bad, indifferent. It's so strange. He's beloved now. He was hated when he first started, but it doesn't look like he's going to win a ring here. Even if they win one this year, it's not going to be because of him. 1-800-919-3776. He may not get to 500 home runs. He's a Hall of Famer. There's a lot of questions around him. We want you to join in. Coming up at 4:30, we've got the weekend recap. 6 o'clock, we had E&N. We're full frontal today.
Yep.
Take up until 7 o'clock. So there's a lot to dive into today. And just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity to the ice, Viking Pest Control brings that same level of protection to your home. I know this because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play, so it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works, and when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out. It's a Monday, just getting started on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this real quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Oh yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Okay, girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah!
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right, hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Hey Yankees and Knicks fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, September 25th and be ready to receive a very special giveaway. It's Josh Hart Yankees Bobblehead Night, presented by Delta Airlines. The first 18,000 guests will receive a Josh Hart Yankees bobblehead. Again, don't miss Josh Hart Yankees bobblehead night presented by Delta Airlines when the Yankees face the Orioles on Friday, September 25th. For tickets, log on to yankees.com/tickets.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to start off in Jersey Turnpike Eastern Spur southbound at a standstill heading over to 15E for 1 and 9 in Newark. Crash in the left lane. You're jammed there and backed up into Secaucus. Inbound George, no big issues for both the upper and lower decks. Cross Bronx eastbound slows you down with a crash by Jerome. Only the left lane is squeezing by. Traffic is stopped there from the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Heading over to the outbound George, looking pretty good on the West Side Highway in Henry Hudson. Outbound Lincoln and Holland, so it's just about 5 to 10 minutes each. Hitting the brakes on the belt westbound in Brooklyn, a crash being picked up over by Rockaway Parkway. Solid delays from JFK and Queens. This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Get yours today. Visit Dell.com/deals. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7. 1-800-919-3776 is the number to call. We'll get into the preseason of it all a little bit later on in the show. Both the Jets and the Giants had significant wins in the sense that they outscored the opponent. I don't know how significant they're going to be
got interceptions.
in moving forward, but they got interceptions, and the Giants looked pretty good as well without their starters. No Dart in the game, but both won going away. Jets won 17-0. The Giants won 26-3. So we'll get into that. We've got audio to play as well. 1-800-919-3776. But we started off with everything that's going on with the New York Yankees. And let's get it all started here with, Mike in Texas. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Don. How are you? Alan, Peter, what's going on?
What's up?
Let me tell you something. I love you guys so much. You know, I listen to you every single day ever since I moved from New York. The greatest show in the afternoon, bar none. I mean, you guys are amazing. And I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to listen to you guys.
Oh, our pleasure, man. Thank you.
The reason for my call, thank you. The reason for my call, Alan and Peter, I want to defend Don. As a big, big Yankee fan, I think Don probably comes off like he's trying to troll the Yankees that we're going to be fine. And that's not the case. He is 100% right. You know, ever since Judge went down, we have 28, 29 in runs scored, batting average, number 1 in ERA.
Yep.
But here comes the cavalry. We have weathered the storm. You know, we have stayed there with Tampa Bay. We have kept, Boston at arm's length. And now Judge coming along. You know, even if Judge does not produce in the playoffs, which we don't expect him to historically, his presence in the lineup is going to bring Rice where he needs to be, the protection. So I think Don nailed it when he said, we will be fine. Double down, Don, triple down, because I am with you. Now we are about to get into September, and I do believe in my heart, you better watch out, because this pitching holds up. Oh, man, we're going to be dangerous. And getting this good news with Weathers and Freed, hey, Stanton out. Expect Stanton to come back anyway. So I just want to tell you, Don and Alan and Pete, I love you both, but Don is 100% on the money. Thank you so much, guys.
Well, I just wish him, Mike, thank you for the call and the kind words, that Yankee fans were more upbeat about it. Like, I feel like I'm battling with Yankee fans on this. I'm the non-Yankee fan that's trying to tell you should be excited, and you're battling with me how you shouldn't be. So that's so odd. Usually it's the people that hate the Yankees should be calling saying, no, you guys are in trouble. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to get Judge back. It's so weird. Guys, I'm battling with Yankee fans on this. It's odd. Don't you want to be wrong, Alan? Or is it deep down inside you want to be right? Because he'll be the first to tell. See, told you.
No.
When they get beat in the first round, see, I told you.
How long have you known me? Do I do that? Do I do the prophet of doom stuff and then say I told you so?
No, I just why am I battling with the Yankee fans?
I understand it. I know what you're saying. I guess it's just the concern because, and I know you hate this. I'm hesitating to say it, but the expectation when we get to October is always the same. Can they win a championship? Not. I just want to sit back and really enjoy this. No, there's an opportunity to win. Everything you're saying.
Why are you dreading the future? The present is so cool. What are you even worried about the future for yet? This is a conversation to have if all of a sudden we got bad news on Judge. If Aaron Boone tomorrow says, we got a bad update. Judge fell down and he can't play.
Any fan enjoys the present while also you always are thinking ahead. All right, well, what? Because, Don, you know the American League is not very good. The Red Sox have kind of, after their hot run that they went on, they've leveled, right? The Rays now look like if there's a time to get them, this is the time, right? Mm-hmm. You stayed with them. You're right there. Is there anybody else in the American League that you worry about?
No, I mean,
the entire American League West is under 500.
I know. It's
right?
Listen.
So that's why when you see opportunity right now, that's that part of you that goes, well, if things can fall right, this could be the run. And that's what makes you wonder, what are the things to watch for to make sure this goes right?
You're searching for reasons to be concerned. I'm telling you, right now, they're in good shape. Now, as far as Judge not hitting in the postseason. Now, Stanton's numbers, if you were to extrapolate it out to 162-game season, right, because Baseball Reference does that. Mm-hmm. So if you look at Stanton's postseason numbers, because he's played in 48 postseason games, so if you were to average that out over a 162-game season, Stan would have 61 home runs and 148 RBIs, a historic season, right? Yeah. That's how good he's been in the postseason.
Yeah.
What do you think Judge's home run and RBI total would be? He played in 65 postseason games, by the way, and isn't as good as Stanton. But what do you think his numbers project out to be over 162 games?
Judge?
Yeah.
Oof.
Home runs and RBI.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he even get to? Does he get to 20, 30?
Well, you're saying
I don't know if he gets
you're saying
30.
right now, based on what's happened, if he were to come back,
like his playoff career.
I'm saying if you look at his playoff career, he's played 65 postseason games, and he's got numbers. If you were to make project that over 162 games,
I don't know if he gets to 30 home runs.
Stan, 61 home runs, 148
that's
RBIs.
Unreal.
If you extrapolate his 48 games into 162.
I'm gonna go 28 and like 75.
I'm gonna lowball it a little bit and go 23 and 68.
Okay.
What do you got?
42 and 102.
It's not that bad.
Pretty good.
Better than I thought.
But his problem
42 is better than
42
is not
it's good
good compared to this is a guy hit 60 home runs in the regular season.
He gets 50
He's
a year.
not as good. Now, a lot of that has to do, he had a big postseason last year, and I think that raised the numbers up. I think he's got 17 home runs in 65 postseason games to Stan's 18 in 48 games.
Meanwhile, Stanton becomes the best version. He's 2016 Stanton in the playoffs.
Right. Stanton becomes...
But Stanton also has played fewer, so he doesn't have the same amount of experience. So you don't know if the more games he played with those numbers, we don't know.
Basically, Stanton's 17 MVP season is
17.
what he is in the postseason. Which is insane. Which is wild. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to Flavio in Bushwick. You're on ESPN.
That actually gives me more optimism about Judge.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I was talking to my best friend who's a diehard Yankee fan, and I was coming to the idea of, like, I'm full set that the Yankees are going to do fine. I hate the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan, and I feel like the Yankees should be able to cruise through the American League because the American League gets hot garbage. But I wanted to ask you guys this, that if the Yankees do somehow win the World Series, right, because I feel like the Dodgers are not going to three-peat. I think it's really difficult to three-peat. Very few teams have done it. And with the fact that Judge, who knows if he comes back or not, if Judge doesn't come back and still having setbacks and stuff like that, the Yankees do win the World Series without Judge, what would the legacy and what would the headlines be, if Judge is a non-factor and the Yankees are able to go, without winning a title without Judge?
It's a great question, Flavio.
His whole career, they never...
Because I wanted to ask you, is this also because of the...
I hate that.
Remember how, because Judge would get a ring and stuff like that, but would it feel like, like Judge getting a ring, like how Gary Payton got a ring, like with the 06 Heat, Just want to throw that out there.
Well, that's a good one. I'm trying to think of if there's a player that their only championship came in a year where they didn't really contribute.
They weren't like the main piece.
It would be a gut punch. To answer Flavio's question, it would be a gut punch to his legacy. If they never win a championship with Judge and the only ring they did win was when he was hurt, I think it would almost double, triple down how Yankee fans feel about him in the postseason. I think it would be a terrible injustice. The fans, I think, would turn on him. It would really, I think, negatively affect his legacy.
It would be, of all the things that have happened in 30 years Brian Cashman has been running this franchise, it'd be his greatest failure to have a player this good.
I know,
but not be able to build a championship team around him.
But he gets to reap the benefit of they won without him. Like, imagine if they win. I agree with you.
I thought it's you never win one.
No.
You're saying he wins one, but he's not really.
Judge doesn't come back this year.
And they still go on a run?
And they win the World Series. And they never win a World Series with Judge. And the only World Series they won in a span of time in which he was a Yankee, he was hurt.
Yeah. I hate that for him. You know what, though? Because you don't want this for a player like that, right? Because first of all, he's too good a guy. He's too good a talent.
You would be but
you don't think he'd still be a beloved former Yankee? Come on, how could you possibly?
I don't know with this Yankee fan base,
on a guy like that.
Listen, they love Don Mattingly, but the Yankee fans back then weren't as spoiled as these Yankee fans.
Yeah, it was a lot harder
because they had not won as much, and they kind of blame the organization more than blame Donnie. But the problem with Judge, you could say Cashman didn't build a good enough team, but outside of last year, Judge has not performed to the level he should in the postseason. So the fans will turn on him for that. And if they turn around and win one without him, now I don't think they can. I think there's an avenue to go to the World Series without him. Could they beat the Dodgers? Could they beat the Brewers without Judge? I don't think so, but it's not impossible. It's baseball, Susan. Wacky things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think, is there anybody like that? Like, that would be like if Phil Simms didn't win Super Bowl 21
and
their only Super Bowl 25, in which he got hurt and Hostetler won the Super Bowl. Is there anybody in sport? That wasn't the same team, but the only ring that Denny Savard ever got, because he was a Blackhawk and the Blackhawks never won, he went to Montreal in 92, 93, got hurt. They won the cup, and I remember him lifting the cup in a suit because he couldn't play. So he contributed on that team, but he didn't get a chance to play for the championship.
Just think about New York. Like, I don't know if we've really ever had anything like that. You know?
Like I said, Simms, but he had won the ring 4 years earlier.
He won. That's the thing, is he already had one.
Is there any Giants that, like, great players,
No, yeah, you
I'm not
can't
going to
just
talk
be
about
an
Elvis
all-star.
Patterson.
No.
But, like, a great player. There was no Nick, right? There was no Nick that was hurt.
No.
Just trying to think.
Almost Willis.
Any Yankees that were because the Yankees didn't win. He was gone, Donnie, by the time they won in '96.
Right. No,
I can't.
Well, it's not. I don't.
Super Bowl.
We haven't had enough championships here for this conversation.
I don't think it's happening this year either. By the way, fortunately, because I think he'll be available.
Yeah.
Well, that more than anything else. But I think
again, to me, that's the bigger crime. Is if he plays, and it never happens. Because that's why I have the urgency of this year, which is maybe why, Don, I'm being a little more sensitive to all the little details. Because, as you know, he's going to be so much older the next time they play full season.
But again, I don't want to jump judge. I'm the one that, Peter and I definitely lead the charge about him being better than Jeter. Maybe not a better winner, but certainly a better ball player, talent-wise.
Yes.
But outside of last year, a lot of it's on Judge, too.
Yep.
He dropped the fly ball against the Dodgers.
Yep.
He was the one that left runners stranded, didn't have as good a postseason he should. So we can't just blame Brian Cashman for not doing enough. He didn't do enough either. But we see, listen, he might go out there and rake this postseason and they lose and rake every postseason till he retires and change the narrative. But right now,
he's got to win. It becomes Ewing-esque.
It does.
Every year, you're the best player. Every year, you're one of the best players in the league. Every year, you're in the playoffs, and every year, you run into a wall.
1-800-919-3776. Tons of calls to get to. We've got the football. We've got the weekend recap coming up at 4:30. ENN at 6. Take it up until 7 o'clock. Don on Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Hey, let me tell you about Rings End, everybody. Let me tell you about Rings End, please. I would like to do that because for Rings End, they are your go-to place, you and your contractor, of course, for all things you need to update and upgrade your home. My contractor, Michael Weldon, he worked with Rings End for me. We got a beautiful French door. They have premium brands in windows and doors and decking, paint, lumber, kitchens, all the stuff. Like I said, if you want to update or upgrade your home, this is the place to go to get the best built-to-last high-end product lines that contractors like you'll use will rely on. They do it right. They don't have to do it over. Now, for Rings End, they're family-owned and operated since 1902. That's 124 years in business. They have deep Northeast roots. They are not a national chain. Regional expertise with 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County and 12 freestanding paint centers as well. And by the way, if you can't make it to a store, you can just shop online at ringsend.com. That's ringsend.com.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
RJ started the group chat. In the first 48 hours of a group chat, pound for pound, that is probably one of the most quiet group chats that I've ever been affiliated with. Now, is that a poor reflection on us? That maybe we're not bringing anything to the table? Because there was maybe like one text.
I will take
in 2
blame
days.
because I was an LBI and I was trying to enjoy the day.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I could banter with myself.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
Take a look around Major League Baseball, and the Yankees are a lot closer to perfect than most of the teams that are supposedly real championship contenders. And I'll say this with no equivocation whatsoever. If the Yankees were healthy with their running it back philosophy that everybody kicked around, they'd be running it back and running over the competition.
The Michael Kay Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Reese Davis here. When the pressure's on, you find out who's ready and who's not. Same goes for the job site. The work doesn't slow down when conditions get tough, and you need tools that can finish strong.
That's why DeWalt tests its tools under real-world conditions that push even the best to their limit. Only then does a tool earn the DeWalt badge. They're built to perform again and again, like they did on the first use. DeWalt, guaranteed tough. Available at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Now, Good Karma Brands is now Good Karma Sports. For nearly 30 years, we've grown, evolved through sports, and now our new name reflects the company we've become, and we're heading in that new direction. It's a new name, but the same people, relationships, and values you've trusted all along. Now we're taking on an even bigger role across the sports world. Same Good Karma, now Good Karma Sports. So, Good Karma is a part of this whole thing, and we're proud to be a part of it as well.
We got
they
notebooks.
gave us notebooks.
Look at
Notebooks,
this.
people.
Look at this notebook, huh? Fancy.
Yeah, I'm
First day of
using
school.
Now, listen, I did my notes
copious
today.
notes?
Copious notes.
Yeah. Is there any other kind of note?
I'm a big note taker with the hockey.
Well, you've seen,
course,
you've seen me in my.
I got my marble notebook that I get the quotes from players and coach and little things, and then I have the game one.
Do you use a legal pad when you're doing the games?
No, I've got a spiral notebook.
See, I'm a lefty. Spiral NG.
No, I can understand.
No bueno.
Nancy used to say that too.
Yeah.
Spiral notebook
Lefty
doesn't work
can't
with lefty.
use the spiral.
Well, because now you're putting your arm on the metal.
This is no good.
It hurts.
It's
Yeah.
annoying. So I use a legal pad.
Whereas if you use a legal one, you're good.
No
Got it.
spiral.
No spiral. Interesting.
Now-
and then Don keeps all of these. So one
Yes,
day.
I do keep.
Have you seen?
No, it's going to be one of the great trash
Wait.
days in the history of Hawthorne.
Do you know, like Bruce Beck? You know the story of Bruce Beck and all his manila. He has these folders.
Okay.
You know this,
I
right?
don't know this.
So he gets these folders And in the 40 years that he has basically been doing the job better than anybody in the city, he writes all of his notes for whatever he's covering on these folders, saves them all. He writes it all in marker. It's his notes. It's his script, whatever it is, prepared, and then he saves it. He's got stacks of these
That's
things.
what I told you.
All the Olympics he's covered.
Oh, and he's covered
crazy.
everything. Spiral notebook full of all the game that I write down pre-game that I use during the game. But then I take a file like what Bruce has. On the front and back, I put the roster. So that's my board.
Right.
And then all the game notes
like a file folder?
Yeah, I put it in the file, and then I file it away. But
Smart.
Peter's right. When I'm gone, the kids are going to look at this mess and
Burn
just throw it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping that Marco keeps it and looks at it and goes, "Oh wow, Dad did a game with Sidney Crosby in 2017.
That's cool, man.
That's so cool." Or it's just going to be, "Wow, this could be my guest room," and just Or
Well,
they might just put it all on fire and dance in front of it.
Well, no, I mean, but think about the amount. Here's what's
s'mores with the marshmallow.
But think about this, Don. Why it's ludicrous. They're going to have videos.
Second ludicrous reference.
They're going to have videos of you doing games.
Yeah.
They're going to have videos of this show. They're going to have audio of both.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have pictures framed of like great moments from you.
Yeah.
Are they going to need the notes about the random hockey games? It's just
the
not.
January game in Winnipeg.
Look what Dad said here. He said he scored 12 goals so far that season. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. You're mocking me, but I'll tell you this. Two things. My sister-in-law, she was the one that recommended that I keep the journal when they were babies, and I've got two journals, and the one that I got everybody to sign so they can look at pretty famous people that signed it. She said that there's something about seeing your parents' handwriting that, even though
there's
you're right, they
something
can
there.
see me.
Not like hearing the voice,
And the
though.
reason it resonated with me, because I told you, my dad left me the first 4 yearbooks for the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was a kid, I was looking at, and I guess one day he decided, because I guess as players got traded or got cut from he would write out or in Milwaukee, and I'd see it in his handwriting, and it struck me like
it almost
that
takes you back in time.
Yeah, I feel like I was
Like
him, and now
he wrote
that he's gone almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
I get nostalgic that way. My kids might be, like I said, they might just the second
This generation's
on the
all
way
video.
to the wake, they might be dumping it out.
But they're not going to throw out the photos of you and videos of you.
Did I tell you this? I was getting on because Marco's just obsessed with his headset, with his VR.
Yep.
And I said, "What's going to happen when I'm gone? Are you going to be calling Browning for Shay to find out what the password is for the Wi-Fi? Are you going to be standing? Are you going to be? This will be good for the YouTube crowd. Maybe you can describe it, Peter. Are you going to be at my coffin going like this?" With the headset, with the VR, he's playing Gorilla Tag, and all I see, he's got his stupid headset on, and he's in the middle of the hallway going like this, like he's skiing. By
the way, this is tremendous for the video crowd.
You're going to knock over the coffin. I'm going to roll out.
Someone do something with that.
But in all seriousness, if you want to give him a hard time, you should totally video him doing this and just randomly send him the videos of him looking like a complete yo-yo.
He seems to have his own page that he does this stuff on, right?
He does.
Video it for him and say, you should post this. Great content.
He's exactly. Listen, man, one thing I got from Marco the other day, man, he's moving to the beat of his own drum.
Yes, he is.
Marco's got his own style.
By the way,
he
had himself an absolute. He hit the ball on the screws.
Hit the ball on the screws.
And then,
great piece of contact.
Hell of a catch. In a clutch
then he had
moment
the
of
great catch in left. That's probably one of the great days of his life, wasn't it?
Come on.
Yeah,
was he not thrilled?
I was thrilled too. I don't know if you ever saw Parenthood, but that's when Steve Martin would dance because his son caught the ball.
Yes,
but because been working with him.
But this is a great one because it was low pressure, right? If he doesn't catch that one in the Sasso game, no big deal. But the fact that he did, it was all upside. I mean, I got to tell you, you didn't help Declan out on that double play ball though.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Come on. Put your head together. He tossed it up to you. It came out
you
of
had to
your
make
glove.
that play.
Well, that's the one bad thing of just a glorious day.
By the way, Don really, I'll tell you what, I still don't think he can hit someone pitching 80, but this guy's he's still playing ball. I mean, he's doing everything. I don't even understand it.
There's always times where somebody who played when they were younger.
Yeah.
There's that one flash where it's like, yeah, he played. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And Don's unassisted double play.
No, hold on. There's two great moments.
That's the
I need the audience.
Footwork was there. It was all there.
I need. Let me be clear about this because I just want to be crystal clear. I was relative to Allen's and Don's performances. What I did wasn't even considered athletics. I was an embarrassment and a disgrace, and I'm considering retiring from all these games. I'm either retiring or next year I'm going out like to a cage the week before. So so at least the last time I swung a bat wasn't my last at bat last year.
Yeah.
Like I do nothing, and it's horrible. So I just want to start off before I make fun of you two. I just want to start off by saying I'm a complete joke and a disgrace, and I thank whoever put up our post from the Sasso game on our page today because they left my batting photo out, which is just as pathetic as everybody else's batting photo they included. Ty, Anthony. I mean, Carlin looks like considering the guy hit a home run.
He did.
The picture they used of him, he looks like he's never swung a bat in his life. Looks like Dave Rothenberg.
Looked like everybody.
So, but all of that said, the funniest things that happened to me during the game were, number one, Don had an unassisted double play. There were already 2 outs. Allen hit a home run and ran the bases. He was out the second the home run was hit. Neither of those plays should have counted, and both of you, in your glory, don't even know. Your double play, there were 2 outs already. But no one said a word to you because guess what? It was perfect. No one said anything. Your home run, you don't have to run around the bases. I don't know if you noticed, no one was even running around the bases on home runs. You both hit your drop. Allen's took 15 minutes.
It took a while.
No.
I hit time my steps on second base.
But
they were all giving me high five.
It was a great moment.
Wait
a minute. Why was the inning over if I hit that home run?
Because
there was no limit for us.
No, you're right. There's no limit for us.
There's no limit.
So I take it back.
They didn't run out the home runs. We run out the home runs. Dude, I'm sorry. This is a big deal. And you notice what
I don't think Carlin didn't run out his home run.
Well, listen, Carlin had a pinch runner. That's why.
That's right.
I think it was Declan that ran the bases for him. I knew that I was kind of being toolish running the bases, but I hugged every infielder as I went by.
We were
just having fun.
No, you have to. You have to.
Yeah, that was all that. Those guys were great.
And by the way, the double play ball for Don. I mean,
describe it.
I mean, it was ripped right at him. He had a second to think about it. I think it skipped right in front of you, right? He picked it right up off the dirt. But if it had gotten by him, no one would have thought any less of him.
And then what did he do?
And then, like a speed demon, skips across second base, tosses it over to first perfectly to Danico. Am I missing a piece?
Well, the big, most important piece.
Wait, he swiped the bag?
You're right. He gets it, right? Then he skips to the bag, steps on the bag, jump throw to first.
It was the jump throw.
It was a moment.
He went jump throw.
And by the way, it doesn't help that you got Dano, though. That guy's scooping everything.
Yeah,
well, he's an athlete.
No, you can see it. Like, truly in Don and Danico, in the way they play in these softball games. And who's our other ringer that we got?
Well, Dan Rosen's very good, too.
I would go as far as calling Dan Rosen a ringer.
Yeah, NHL.com.
He's literally catches does he play a lot? He's playing, right?
I don't know. I only know that he plays with us. I don't know if he plays on the side.
If that is the only time he plays, that is very impressive. Because he's getting shots ripped at him on the left side of the field.
Yes.
And he's snagging everything. You know what Al and I were doing? Catching.
Yeah, we were hanging out. I was talking to the umpire.
You were alternate catching, too.
We were alternating catching and talking to the umpire.
We were a platoon.
But
what do you mean?
We'll get more into it at 4:30 when we've got the weekend recap. More of your calls coming up. It's Don on Rosenberg till 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
Good Karma Sports is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with Good Karma Sports, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com.
Summer isn't over yet. On Saturday, August 29th, the Red Bulls face the Philadelphia Union at Sports Illustrated Stadium for Anime Night, presented by New Jersey Lottery. Arrive early for the Boulevard at 4 p.m. for food trucks, games, family fun, and a free matchday poster while supplies last. When gates open, fans can grab one of 10,000 UGO card packs. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Bring your crew and make it a night to remember. Get tickets at NewYorkRedBulls.com.
Hey guys, it's Peter Rosenberg. And listen, you know me. I'm always honest about what's going on with my life. And recently, I've just been dealing with some nagging pain that I finally decided I wasn't going to ignore anymore. So I ran into my guy, Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Pain. Decided to set a meeting. And after we talked, I understood why so many people recommend him. He's Ivy League trained, all right? He's the real deal. He's double board certified, and he takes a non-surgical approach to helping people get back to living their lives. If pain is keeping you from enjoying your summer, don't just live with it. Go check out Samwell Pain. Visit SamwellPain.com. Trust me.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-480-6932. 800-480-6932. 800-480-6932.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are the 2026 NBA champions. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Big news in case you missed it last week for New York sports fans.
What's going on?
Our listeners, DiPietro and Rothenberg, and our show will be coming to the MSG Network starting Tuesday, September 8th. Catch our morning show and this show simulcasted across MSG Network's television and digital platforms. You can still catch us on 8:80 a.m.
Of course,
the ESPN New York app and YouTube. But now we go beyond with our simulcast on MSG Networks, again, beginning September 8th. Don't miss out. Should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. And nothing changes except now you just have another avenue in which you can enjoy the show. We got a couple of people that responded to great players that missed championships. I don't think it's apples and oranges to like judge, but like Acuna was hurt when the Braves won in 21. But you know he could still win again. I don't think he was at the judge level of people complaining he hadn't won a championship yet.
No.
But AJ in Monmouth County's got a good one. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What's up, AJ?
Yeah, thanks for taking the call, guys. So, again, a little bit of apples and oranges, but I think it applies enough because he did go on to win a Super Bowl with another team. But Jeremy Shockey was injured for the Giants Super Bowl run in 2007. He broke his leg at the end of that season and did not play in the playoff run when they beat the Patriots. He was at the game, but he paid his own way to get there.
Yeah, he was kind of persona non grata. I know that Coughlin didn't like or didn't want injured players to travel, but he wanted to be there. But at the time, AJ, it's a good one because, all right, there wasn't the whole lack of clutch, but he was considered like a great player, but then he kind of started to fall off a little bit. You know, he kind of didn't – he wasn't a Coughlin guy. But at the time, we didn't know that it was over. And he got hurt and didn't play, and then that was pretty much it. And we won with the Saints, right?
Yes, that's right. He actually caught a touchdown that broke the tie in that game.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put Jeremy Shockey in the Aaron Judge.
No, but he
realm,
admitted it's apples and oranges. So is Acuna, because Acuna's a great player, but I don't think he's a lack of clutch.
Mm-hmm.
But just to come up with great players that missed their chance at a championship. Let's go to Julio in Englewood. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Julio? Julio! Oh! Hey!
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry, guys. I want to talk about the Sasso game.
Yes.
Yes, Don, I can't believe how incredible athletic you are. The bomb off the concession stand roof.
I mean, it's crazy.
That was pretty cool.
I know you guys have kids, and like to watch my kid be so excited. I was excited watching my son. He was going nuts. He got one of the balls. He held on to it. It was great. I think I sat behind your family, like I think your mom, because Declan came over, and even then my son was like, "Oh, I want to get an autograph from Declan." I'm like, "Dude, this is just pure nostalgia." So it was great. I'm telling you, seeing Marco and Jalen, and the guy who was announcing, I don't know his name, but he was hilarious. It was an overall good experience. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks a lot, Julio. Yeah, Bob did a great job, and I thought he did a good job, like introducing my mom, and my mom got to stand up and say hello. Yeah. So he didn't have to do that. That was nice. Again, we'll have more details coming up at 4:30, but
it was cool to see everybody too. Like a lot of people that came out and just to watch for a little while and say hello and all the small talk and stuff like that. That's again that's really what that's about. It's just seeing everybody come out, and I still can't get over how picture perfect the day was.
That was what's shocking.
When you consider what was in between that day, from Friday to Sunday.
But
it was great weather.
Yeah, it was just it
cool
was really
breeze, all that.
Pretty incredible day. And again, we'll give a little bit more detail on the weekend recap, and then maybe some things in ENN. And we've got some really interesting stories from Saturday. Continue with your calls on 1-800-919-3776. Matthew is in Charleston. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, fellas, how you doing? I got a silly question, but I feel like it'll be good for you. Who gets their number retired first, Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees or Ed Kranepool for the Mets?
Wow. Well, I don't know.
Stanton's not getting his number retired.
It feels like that Kranepool is not going to get his number retired. He's no longer with us. Doesn't seem like they have any appetite to do that. And then Stanton, neither. It's sad, but neither. But you said you had another stupid question. What do you got?
Well, I mean, so originally I was waiting. I'm so glad I got you guys because I was waiting for Michael and I missed it. 8 years ago, Jeter makes this trade as the CEO of the Marlins, and everybody, I feel like he gets torn up, and they're like, "Oh, he's a Yankee boy. He's giving away their best players." But like looking at it now, he only played 1 year, 2018, full year. Every other year he was injured. So I mean, looking back on it.
What'd they get?
Greatest trade in Marlins history, or
what'd they
I think they got Starlin Castro. Well, I mean, the Marlins got what? Starlin Castro, and they got 2 minor leaguers.
Okay.
So it can't be looked upon as one of the great trades when they didn't get much else, and also they're picking up some of his contract. I think of the $25 million he still owed to the Yankees, 15 next year, and then 10. In 28, I think the Marlins are responsible for like $10 million of it. So the Yankees didn't even have to pay the majority of his salary.
Right.
But here's the thing, guys. The Marlins never would have been able to sustain Stan.
Right.
Because he would have killed him. He would have killed him. So I think Jeter knew that they couldn't give him a contract that was going to age well. They had to trade him. And the Yankees could, because even though he missed all those games, they were able to still keep him on the roster, have him play a little bit in the postseason, contribute, because they were able to sustain that salary. It still hurt them, right? Because it was like how many years left on Stanton's contract. It's not going to age well. The Marlins, being a small market team, couldn't afford to do that. So it was smart of Jeter to unload it. So I don't think he was helping the Yankees out because he's the former Yankee. Matter of fact, he doesn't seem like he has any love for Cashman anyway.
Yes, I would.
It was just there were very few teams at the time that were going to be able to take on that contract, and the Yankees were. And listen, the Yankees weren't an embarrassment over that time. They played in the World Series. They had a monster home run in L.A., if you remember, in that World Series. I don't think people are going to look back at it as that bad of a deal. It didn't live up to expectations. I'll never forget that commercial that the Yankees that Yes did going into the 18th season where they're all walking in slow motion and Michael Clay's like, "Oh yeah." Because they were within one game of going to the World Series the year before. They just added the National League MVP. So it's like they're going to win 150 games and run away. And for them not to win a championship seems odd.
But
at the same time, there was moments.
Stanton a pivot? Stanton was a pivot, wasn't he?
For Ohtani.
Yeah.
He was?
Oh yeah.
That long ago?
He was because they didn't get something they had to do. It was almost like we need to make a headline move.
Ohtani coming from Japan, not going to the Dodgers.
No, I know.
Went
That was
to the Angels.
the Angels' first year was right then?
Sounds
In
about
17?
2018 sounds about right. Yeah.
2018.
But it was a no-brainer. You could take on that salary. You really didn't give up much.
No, I don't know how fans will look at this. And look, we all hope this is not the last we'll see of Stanton. But if it is, he was a good Yankee. I think that's the best compliment you can say is, you know what? He was a good Yankee.
And they're going to remember him fondly because he did hit in the postseason.
He had moments. And that's all you got. That Cleveland series 2 years ago.
No, absolutely.
He was a monster.
And again, even though you lost that series, that home run in L.A., that was, my God, that was just a monster shot. Let's go to Richie and Emerson. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Richie?
Hey, how you doing, guys? How about Phil Simms? It's really he missed the second Super Bowl, and it's keeping him out of the Hall of Fame.
We brought that up.
That's
but he
true.
already won one.
But he had, it would be equivalent, I guess, to Judge had he not won in Super Bowl 21. We did bring that up, but he did have a ring.
As long as you have one,
but you're right. He was amazing. They were 10-1 with him to start the season.
Yeah. No. But the fact that he had one, it's not a coattail ring. What we're saying is like a great player who didn't have it. Like again, Chris Paul trying to win a championship before his career ended, and he didn't want a coattail one, so that's why he just retired. There were teams that still would have signed him. He just didn't want to be part of it. There's like you're trying to think of a superstar who never won a title as a main piece, but won one late in the career as like a coattail situation.
What we're talking about is that never won a title with his team, but the team did win a title when he was out.
Well, that's
what we're
talking
about because the caller brought up, what if Judge doesn't come back this year? They win the World Series.
When they were out or gone?
While they were gone.
Out or gone?
They were out. Not left the team, but injured.
Right. And
the
then comes back, he continues to play, and they never win again. They won while he was here, but he didn't play. It doesn't happen.
That's very rare.
Yeah.
Brian in Tribeca, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Brian?
How you doing? I'm a big fan of the show. I love you guys. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I watch you all the time on TV, on YouTube. So.
Well, soon on MSG.
Yeah, baby.
Even better for you.
I'll be watching. All right, I'm going to say Jacob deGrom was a Met, but left us and went to the Texas Rangers and won a championship. So, but he did not play that season because he was hurt.
Who's that? Who did you say?
DeGrom.
Oh, DeGrom pitched for the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
They won the World Series, but he was hurt.
Got it.
But he hadn't been a long-time Texas Ranger.
Right. Doesn't hit the same.
There is no comp.
Yeah.
But he did pitch in a World Series in 2015.
Yep.
They didn't win, but that would be something like if he goes his whole career, goes to the Hall of Fame, they won a World Series, but it's kind of like Nolan Ryan. Did Nolan Ryan I think he did appear in the 69 World Series. I got to double check that. I think he came in relief. I don't think he started a game.
Wait. Nolan Ryan. In the 69?
Yeah.
Well, didn't he have a big in the NLCS? Didn't he beat the Braves? He came in
right
in the bullpen and he had like an unbelievable 6-inning like out of the bullpen performance.
Yes, but I'm just trying to see if he ended up pitching in the World Series in 69.
He had to have.
He had one appearance in 69
in the World Series. What game? Game 3.
He pitched he pitched 9 in the third. It says he won one game. I mean, he pitched in 2 games.
Okay. So
I got to look at the game log to see. I'm sure one of them must have been in the World Series, but he never went back to the World Series. Pitched 1,000 years,
right?
But never got a chance.
86 NLCS, right?
Yeah, Game 4.
That was Game 4.
He did he had pitched in the World's. It was a Game 4 against the Braves. You said
Game 4 in that World Series against the Orioles. He pitched 2 1/3 and got the win.
Okay,
that's it.
And Tom Seaver, I think, started that game, but I guess he came in relief of Seaver. Interesting. All right.
Did Seaver pitch 2 in that World Series?
He must have. If he pitched Game 4, probably pitched Game 1 and 4.
He definitely pitched Game 1.
Yeah.
Right?
So Nolan Ryan wouldn't, but he did contribute. But it's just so weird. Like he was a kid.
Yeah.
I think his rookie year was 67. I know that was Seaver's rookie year. Got to look it up.
It's wild to think that they had
all those years.
Right.
He pitched 66, but then not in 67 and in 68. So he did pitch a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So he was 22 years old. Won a World Series with the Mets, and that was it. And he was in the he was on the Astros in 86.
86, right?
Gave up the game-winning hit, I think, to Lenny Dykstra. 1-800-919-3776. Let's see who we got here. Let's go to Jonathan in L.A. Always good to talk to him. What do you got, Jonathan?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Jonathan.
Fellas, Brian Cashman, I would never give him crap about trading for Giancarlo back 7-8 years ago, whatever it was. At the time, Giancarlo hit 59 home runs, and it was the MVP. So, I mean, it didn't work out. It is what it is. For you guys, I want to ask you guys, who had a better Yankee career? This far with Giancarlo Stanton, or Mike Mussina? Also, one more thing. Today is my first practice with my son's baseball team. I'm actually the coach. Northwest Downey, literally. We're actually the Yankees. Donnie, should I go, these are 8-9-year-olds, just like Marco. Should I, go all in with the kids and, go rough on them, or just, take it easy? What do you think? Oh, one more thing. I asked my son, guys. I asked him, Sebastian, number 99, right? That's going to be a number? Yeah. He said, no. I'm like, whoa, what number? Number 2? Or what? He said 96. 96,
wow.
Why? Lombard.
He's in.
Things change. They change quick, fellas.
It does.
Well, listen, he's so young.
He's in on G-Lo.
Yeah, get it on the ground floor. He may regret it. We don't know.
For the record, the Yankees official social media account.
Call him G-Lo?
Nope. GLJ.
Yeah, it's not.
You didn't like it.
When
I said that, I gave the two options, GLJ or G-Lo. Peter liked G-Lo. I said one of them's going to be used because it's just too much. George Lombard Jr. It's too much.
GLJ.
They went GLJ.
It doesn't roll off the tongue for me.
No.
And neither does Lumbee.
Oh, God.
I think
who said Lumbee?
I think G-Lo kind of
G-Lo's
works well.
not bad.
I like G-Lo a lot.
Kind of like it.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's
let's.
what was he? What did he bat sixth? What did he bat sixth this weekend?
He's up to fifth.
Fifth.
He's getting there.
He's moving his way. Yeah,
gradually moving.
Now you know what everybody's now all of a sudden screaming about. 4 errors. He had a couple of fumbles because he's aggressive, and now everybody's like,
Volpe
only had 4.
I know. Build him up to chop him down. You got to be careful. Don't pay attention to these people, okay?
Kid's bat's been good.
Let's just let it play itself out.
See, this is where I'm with you with the sit back and enjoy.
Well,
I am sitting back and I'm enjoying watching that kid play.
You should.
I really enjoy him play.
Because, again, for every judge, there's a Sanchez. We loved Sanchez in 2016. We loved him early in 17. And then he started to show his warts. Let's let the kid play. All right? There's going to be moments. There's going to be errors. There's going to be a lack of clutch. There's going to be an 0 for 30 in his future someday. And people are going to go, is he really that good? That's what New York does. That's what being a Yankee does, is that we build you up, and then all of a sudden we're ready to chop you down the second you show some signs. Focus on the fact that he's still been great. He still took 2 out of 3 in his series, which he kicked the ball around a little bit. Not that big of a deal. All right, who else we got? Brian in Brooklyn. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Brian?
Brian.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
One person I could think of who won a ring but wasn't a main person on their team was Gary Payton.
Well, that's
He wasn't a star.
Yep.
He just wanted to get that ring, I guess, before he got out of Dodge. And the caller had actually brought Gary Payton up.
It was like Karl Malone going to the Lakers.
Well, that was around the same time, right?
They didn't actually they didn't win, so that's why
they didn't win.
I know.
Gary Payton actually got the ring with Miami.
But I think what we were saying was with the team. You're still with that would be if like Karl Malone's a great example. Utah was a dominant team in the 90s, never won, got to 2 finals. If he ended up being hurt in one of those years and they won the championship without him, like it's sort of like that, right?
Yeah, and then he comes back, continues his career, plays for another 4, 5, 6 years, doesn't win.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a ring. He gets a ring, but didn't contribute.
Really
because again, this is all the hypothetical if Judge didn't come back because he still played March, April, May, but didn't play into June. He got hurt late May, so he did play. He did contribute in the regular season, but certainly they seem to be a much different team, since he left. Let's go to Mike in Hawthorne. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Mike?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
What's up, Mike?
Hello.
Yep. You got me.
Listen, first, yeah, I got you. Thank you. Two things while I was on hold. I found a letter that my father wrote me when I was playing football in college, and looking at his handwriting brought back some really good stuff. So definitely do it, Don. It's really cool. And then I coached a bunch of those guys that you played in the finals yesterday, and one of the guys comes up to me last night. He goes, I can't say exactly what he said, but he goes, "Holy, you can imagine." He goes, "That Alan Hahn is a unit." I go, "Yeah,
whoa.
He is a big cat." But I just wanted to call and say thank you all. I couldn't make it, unfortunately. Situation came up, but I just want to say thank you, guys. I mean, it's a really big event for all of us in town, all of us that grew up with Mark, and with what went on, and for all you guys to. You guys are busy. You guys are a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and you took the time out to come to our town and to play and to sign autographs and meet with everybody. And it really means a lot to us. And Don, you're the best, and I'm glad that we became friends over the years, and this brings us all together. But once again, I just wanted to say thank you all and appreciate everything you guys do.
Oh, well, thank you, Mike, for sure. And I know you were going through some stuff with the family, so sorry you weren't able to be there. Hang in there with what you're going through. But we'll talk a little bit more about the Sassow softball coming up in the weekend recap. We also have ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. We'll get into the Giants and the Jets and what they did this weekend. And does it really mean anything, or what exactly does it mean? There was some good, mostly good, over the weekend, but does it translate in what we're going to see
I'll tell you something
in the
I
regular
heard
season
about the Jets coming out of the weekend. Caught my attention.
All right.
Something you heard something good about the Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take you up until 7 o'clock. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think,
What will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Still looking really good over at the inbound, George. Nice and quiet for both the upper and lower decks. Cross Bronx eastbound. They picked up that crash by Jerome, but now we've got a new accident off to the shoulder by Webster Avenue. Still packed there from the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Deegan northbound in rough shape heading over to the outbound, George. Broken down car on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Tow truck on the scene. You're crawling there from Yankee Stadium. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels, not too bad. Just about 5 to 10 minutes each. A little bit heavy on the Staten Island Expressway westbound heading over to the West Shore. After that, up to speed at the Goethals Bridge, looking good getting into Jersey. This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Grab yours today at Dell.com/deals. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Time now for the weekend recap brought to you by Neutral. We've been talking about it a little bit over the first hour and a half of the show. The 18th Mark Sasso softball in which we won the game. There was some new math, I think, that went into the scoring, but we'll take the victory.
It was inventive.
But thanks, everybody that came out, all the fans, and certainly everybody that played, getting my two teammates here, and Peter Rosenberg and Alan Hahn, to go. And I know it's not close with Alan coming from Long Island.
Alan drove for 6-7 hours.
From the city, and people from the radio station, Ty Butler, Dan Grassa. Always good to see him. Greg Buttle, Brian O'Halloran was here. Chris Carlin hit a big home run. Mm-hmm. Carlin homered, Alan homered, I homered.
Yeah. I did not come close to homer.
You got hits, though.
I got hits, but only one was solid contact. And that was barely out of the infield. I nicked the ball twice.
Okay. Made contact. Not everybody did.
Well, no, listen. I did not end up in a club that you just desperate. And at one point, I had 2 strikes. My first at bat, I really was like gunning for it. And I was like, oh, my God, I have 2 strikes. This is a nightmare scenario. I started having Santiago flashbacks.
Oh, right. No.
And going, I can't join this club. I will not be Santiago in a slow pitch softball game. And now, and in my defense, I suck at baseball. But also, I don't play and never have played slow pitch softball except for at your games. So like, it is an odd thing. If you don't ever do it, it's easy enough to get contact. But, it takes patience and sitting there and waiting for the ball to get there. But I was like, I cannot go down like Ray Santiago. And then later in the day, I look up and I see someone walking back from the plate who I had just seen walking towards the plate.
Right, not good.
And I was confused about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get hurt?
Well, apparently that person, who we know is Ty Seafer, Martavius Butler the fourth, a.k.a. Ty Butler.
Oh, wow. You went government name.
I don't know what government, but he struck out.
Now,
slow pitch softball.
In the history, again, 18 games, 6 or 7 innings each. Played 7 innings. There's only been 3 human beings to strike out in the Mark Sasso softball.
Okay, good. 1.
Ray Santiago, my 8-year-old daughter, Jalen.
Oh, no.
And Ty Butler. Now, Ty is cut. Looks great.
Oh, I thought you cut him from the team.
Gorgeous human being.
Yeah.
And he realizes that, too, because he wouldn't wear the jersey.
Yeah, why did he take the jersey
Because it was
off?
a little too big for him.
Yeah, let everybody go to
You
Instagram.
can't see the guns.
Go to ESPN New York Instagram. You'll see the group photo, which is a
No, and then in the
beautiful
photo, he had to take it off again.
He took it, but he held it up at least.
He batted without it, and I'm like...
He held it up, little yoked, while he held it up.
But, like, really, the jersey was that big that he couldn't swing the bat with it on?
There's a big difference
Wasn't very
between
flattering.
him looking swole
There you go.
and then wearing the extra large jersey and looking malnourished. He decided to go with swole.
One thing that can't happen is I go full Ray Santiago. Ty Butler struck out in a slow pitch softball.
When did that happen?
That was Sunday.
Yesterday.
That was Sunday.
Sunday
Now
morning.
listen, you gotta own it. Now I got a nice picture I sent him in the email of a fly ball that he caught, because it is amazing. These are grown ass men that have the audacity to talk sports, and then when a fly ball is hit, it's like roaches scattering. Like they don't know what to do. Like and you see like grown men like they put their glove up and they don't catch the ball.
No.
Ty caught the ball.
He did? Ty caught a big fly ball?
But he did strike out.
Where was the catch on the fly ball?
The mid outfield. He didn't climb the fence or anything, but you see
No, they're
people.
hard. Well, they hit some towering. Those guys hit him up there.
Right, but just they don't know how to catch. There's a lot of people that
Well,
just don't know what the hell they're doing. All right, but I do appreciate that they come out, and it was great. Anthony Pusick came out straight from his vacation.
Yep.
He was where? New Hampshire, and then he came right by and hung out and got a few at-bats.
Hit dongs.
My brother is the most impatient person I ever met. He needed like a ladder to. He wouldn't wait for the ball to come down. You just see him like on his tippy toes trying. It's eventually going to come down.
The picture that you have of him, he jumped up in the air to go get the ball.
I thought he was trying to kill like a bird.
Yeah, well, it was like he was
maybe
trying
a bee
to.
was around his head.
No, he was trying to like knock down a hornet's nest that's
yeah,
like above the garage.
Well,
or
and
something.
I'm going to say something that's uncomfortable.
I love it.
No one's going to want this to be said because the person is so lovely on every level.
We'll say it though.
I think we're at a stage here where my friend, and I care deeply for this person, I don't think Maria Marino needs to take at bats.
Yeah, she was.
If you're holding the bat on both ends, where like you're holding the bottom and the top, and you're like, it looks like you don't need to. No, we just don't need to bat anymore. We can, and that's Don, and that's on Don, by the way, because Don will keep pushing. Who hasn't batted?
Don bullies you into taking an at bat.
If the person, listen, as bad and awful as I was, I wanted to keep going to bat.
I know,
that's
but
why you're there.
Well,
but then don't just let them be.
I'm sorry.
Move on. They're not going to, Tom, we're not going to get an automatic out if we skip Maria Marino's
But there
at bat.
were times
Move
I'm begging
on.
somebody. We're playing softball. I love playing softball. I love doing some athletic things. I'm 58 years old, so I like to have fun. And Alan likes to have fun, and Peter likes to have fun. I'm begging people, take your at bat. There's nobody. There's nobody. The game's being delayed. Nobody is going to the plate. And finally, I had to say, can somebody please take an at bat? And I've got my kids who are upset they're not batting every other time.
That's what I'm saying. Just let them go. Don't worry about Maria and Dave LaGreca.
And I gotta
Your
tell
brother
you,
didn't want to bat.
Maria is good looking, and she needs to know this. Her husband's better looking, and their child.
About this every time.
Her child glowed. That those two people have a child.
I know.
It was. Listen, I love my kids. I love Maya. I love all. Gorgeous baby.
Oh, gorgeous baby. Gorgeous human.
She was like.
And Don was saying to the baby, "You want an at bat?"
Yeah, Don's going. You bet yet?
What are you doing? Come on, let's see.
Get up, get an at bat.
What kind of grip you got? Buttle went the distance, got the complete game. We appreciate that.
That's of course.
Danico played. I love Danico. He did a great job, but there was a couple of times we're starting. The umpire had to call timeout. We didn't have a first base.
He wasn't out yet.
Like Danico's getting in a conversation.
He's having a conversation. He's taking his time.
I end up looking like the jerk, Joe. I'm going to look at you because
No, he's yelling at people.
Because we're playing a game.
He's rushing us.
I understand the game doesn't mean anything.
Hurry up. O'Halloran has to leave.
But,
I mean, all right, Clerks boy. I didn't tell you
people are telling me I got to go. I got people telling me, listen, I got to go out. I need an at-bat. I got to go.
No.
Danielle need to be on the fan after the Giant game. They haven't kicked off yet. You got, Brian had a comedy thing in Red Bank. He had to leave early. I got, Declan complaining that Marcos had more at-bats than him. And I'm like, you're not even supposed to be in the game anyway.
Right.
I got to remind people you're up.
I know.
And so I've got to keep it organized.
You do a lot of yelling.
But if I don't yell, nobody listens.
And
then finally I had the Daughtry, radio legend Bill Daughtry came back to manage the day before his birthday. Good to see him. And I said to Bill, I'm like talking to my children. They're not even listening to me. And then he started screaming, let's go. And everybody listened to Bill.
Yeah.
They heard that, the
Voice
golden throated pitch man, and everybody running out onto the field. But it's like we have a game to play. We have people to entertain. They don't want to see no one playing first base.
We actually started we were very on time this game.
Because I wanted Brian and Danielle to get in at bat and have some fun.
But
they didn't have to come. It was nice they came.
No, I get it. But if you come and you immediately say, I have to leave after an inning, yeah, it's nice to try to get them in at bat, but that's the main thing they're trying to do is show up and show their love.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the most important thing.
And you do but Don's sitting there screaming, who? Get up here, Dave. His brother's got a toe injury, an ingrown toe like you dream about. I got Clarence talk about on the air. He's fine with it. He's got a disgusting mangled foot. He doesn't want to get up.
And he was wearing Hey Dudes.
What are Hey Dudes?
Just like slippers.
Oh.
He didn't even show up.
He came
to
me and said, "Listen, I can give you an at bat. Listen, I'm not trying to win the World Series here. I'm just trying to get the game moving."
And by the way, I think Maria was holding the wrong end of the bat.
Well, at least she took her at bats. But there were times I'm sitting here. We're playing softball, having fun. We still are upright. One day we're all going to be dead.
Yeah,
all right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and no one's taking their at bat. Nobody knows when they're at. You guys are children, I swear to God. And I'm just trying to organize the thing, and then I have to start screaming because nobody's paying attention. People are wandering off.
Well, listen, it worked out great.
No, it was fantastic. Don't get mad at me for yelling. What am I supposed to do?
I broke my number one rule, though.
What's that?
Don't run hard. It's my number one rule. Listen. Try your best. Do your best that you can without trying to, for lack of a better word, explode. So, you jog at a pace that's nice. Oh, a ground ball's coming at you. Move quick to try to get to it. But what I'm saying is don't try to truly sprint. Not worth it. And the bases were loaded. And this was in the inning where we rallied, and Don eventually hit his, what was it, 3-run homer?
I believe so, yeah. No, I was leading off the inning, so it was solo.
Oh, really?
I had the 3-run homer.
Hit dongs. I thought you knocked me in with a home run. I'm pretty sure you knocked me in. So anyways, in that inning, the bases are loaded. We're down a bunch of runs.
Might have been Carlin.
No, I wasn't in for Carlin's home run. I wasn't on base for Carlin's home run. So we're down a few runs. The bases are loaded. And I hit another miserable infield nothing.
But you went screaming down that first base.
I took off. And then I went, oh my God! And I felt the groin almost go. And I stopped and basically jogged the rest of the way. But you have a natural instinct that even in a game where, as Don said, the scoring is, shall we say, imaginative. There's different ways we score.
Very creative.
You feel the need to naturally run it out hard to first base. And at our age, any moment, that explosion can be, I just tore something for no reason during the Sasso softball game.
Yeah, you got to
Thank
be
God
careful.
all was okay.
Yep.
Now, everybody wants a home run. Allen hits a majestic fly ball.
And I told him, I said, hit the cages for a bit. Next time you hit it.
It was caught at the warning track.
Yeah.
And the first thing, Danica goes, warning track power.
Which I found funny because last year I hit 2, one off the top of the fence, right? Another one to the track, and I was mad. So this year, because Stephanie, who is the accomplished softball player in the family.
She must be impressed. Do you have video to show her this? She might have been really impressed by this.
She was not, because she doesn't believe it.
Legit?
Yeah.
How about this? I'll tell her. Not only did Allen...
She's like, no, you didn't. I'm like,
not only did Allen hit one out, and the other one was a foot from being out. Both of them are effortless. You just take
really
it's
nice
a casual
I'm big on
swing.
loft.
It's a nice swing.
It's a lot of...
It was very majestic.
I feel sick about myself.
So Allen hit a home run, I hit a home run, Carlin, and Dan Rosen hit a home run. Danico, I think, did 2. Shouldn't count.
Well,
He's
no,
a professional athlete.
I don't know if his went out, but he hit a screamer.
He hit
to
a foul
right
ball
field.
that we didn't even bother looking for.
I mean, it was insane.
He hit it to White
He hit that one that was over the foul pole, and we were joking that
Yeah,
No,
it was
no,
like
that's
it was
fair.
the Alonso home run.
Right, exactly.
But no, it was good. Jake April, Max April's son, came and interviewed us, which I thought was great to see him. They were coming from Long Island, so that was a long way. So thanks to everybody. We got some pictures online, but it's always fun. So if you came, if you played, we really do appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. So thanks. Always a good time. We'll do it again next year. It's hard to believe it's been. We first did it in 2008.
Okay.
So, but we've had 18. There was one we missed during COVID, but otherwise we try to do it every single year. And Alan's right. The weather was like an issue all week. It was something I was just really worried about, and it turned out to be a nothing burger. It was gorgeous out. No humidity, 80 degrees, just a blue sky. Really, it ended up raining a little bit later on after the game was over, but that was really
a little
really
disappointed.
special.
I wanted to bring Maya, but she was just having one of those days.
Oh no!
Well, teething, right?
We were unsure whether it was teething or the diaper rash, but it was some combo. You know, she had one of those diaper rashes going the other day when I was trying to lower her. I was trying to get her butt into the bath, and she wouldn't let her butt get in the bath.
No.
And the second I'm like, Natalie couldn't do it, so I'm like, we got to try to get her a little bit, at least wash her a little bit. So I'm like lifting her up and laying her as she gets near the water.
Oh no!
Because it was. Well, we took care. Desitin came through like a charm. I think we're back.
Listen, Desitin is like not just for babies.
By the way, is that true?
Oh no, in a real hot summer day doing some yard work.
Desitin will do that.
Desitin is very, very.
We
helpful.
have a baby. We use a spatula for the Desitin. There's a literal mini baby spatula you use.
And we spackle?
I swear to God, I spackle her butt.
Right.
Oh, but it's bad. I feel so bad when it gets bad.
Yeah, you see
literally
it.
go to change the diaper, and I look at her butt.
Skin
I'm like,
is
oh,
raised.
so bad.
It's tough.
And you go to touch it,
stuff,
she
too.
starts clenching and lifting up her legs in the air. It's horribly sad.
Oh no!
But we do.
So next year she'll be there. Hopefully she'll get in a bat next year.
I think she will.
I
I'll
swear
be
to God,
Maya!
Donald yell at her.
And she, by the way, her stance will be at least as good as Maria Marino.
Maria.
By the way,
catching strays.
I love Maria to
No, she's the
tears.
best.
And by the way, shout out to Rachel Herzog. Spent some time with her as well.
Yeah.
She
Good to see
didn't
her.
play,
You
but
know.
she came by. She wanted to support, so that was nice.
Yeah, no, I was just telling her what a great job she's been doing. I can't believe how young she is and what her job is.
Yeah.
I was like, what was your job before this? She was doing high school sports in North Dakota. I mean, it's an unbelievable ascent.
Yeah, this isn't North Dakota. This is
New York.
And now she's in New York.
Yeah, no, really great.
Pretty
group.
cool. That was your weekend recap brought to you by Neutral. Keep it tasty with Neutral Vodka Seltzer.
Hit dongs.
Made with real vodka and real fruit juice. Enjoy responsibly. Tons of football to get to. We got ENN at 6. Take you up until 7 o'clock. Down on Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is Carlin on ESPN New York.
Dan Graziano, ESPN NFL insider, joining us. You were particularly high on the possibility of the Jets offense being much better this year.
There's reason for Jets fans to believe they'll get more out of Geno Smith than the Raiders did. I think Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, they have weapons. I don't think it's far-fetched to think that the Jets might have a kind of a cool offense.
Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I firmly believe I have the coach. I less believe, but still believe I have the quarterback. And if you tell me a team has a coach and a quarterback, you know what? I believe that they can do something special. I think Harbaugh is a really good coach, and he will build this into a championship team.
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 7 o'clock. Got ENN coming up at 6, 1-800-919-3776. Coming up at 5, we'll dive into the football, the Deshaun Watson situation, Jets and Giants over the weekend, both getting wins. The Jets on Friday, shutting out the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and then the Giants taking care of business in Miami, 26-3 over the Dolphins. Let's go to John in Washington. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, John?
Hey, guys. Nice to get back on with you guys, back-to-back shows. You just mentioned Deshaun Watson, man. That situation is just crazy. My goodness, but that's not what I called about. How about, oh, my word, I just blanked his name. The guy that Carson Wentz. Wentz, the year that Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. I think that's, I mean, he was having an MVP-type year.
He was. Yeah,
and he got hurt, I think, out in L.A. And then from there the Eagles beat the Patriots. But
no, we were discussing this. We were discussing this off the air. Like, yes, he wasn't a long time Eagle, but man, he was a big deal for that Eagles team
in that year.
Oh man, like that was
that year he was going to win the MVP, and I think Brady ended up winning it.
He looked so good that year. It's one of the wackiest things about football, man. Particularly quarterback. You can have these seasons where a guy is just unreal, and then I mean, look, same with the Watson story. Then all of a sudden they are a different person altogether. Don, do you remember how high we were on Watson his last year in Houston before everything went down?
He had a phenomenal season, but I think they were like 4-12. They were not good.
Right.
But he had an amazing season. I think he almost threw for 5,000 yards.
Right there.
But then everything kind of fell apart. And we'll get into the story a little bit with Watson. Things that he said and calling out the fans, and he's got a chance to win the job, right? It looks like it's him.
No, he did.
He did win the job.
Won it.
Of long-term, answer to it.
He did all he could to lose the job, and he still won it.
Yeah, but
despite being that guy.
But like you said, he's getting paid. They got to pay him.
Yeah.
And Shedor's going to get his opportunity. But
really,
he
might have gotten it already.
If I were him, they're kind of telling you it's not happening.
4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 7 picks in 2020.
And what did they finish?
And they finished 4-12.
Yeah.
But for the record, though, the year before that, he threw for 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 picks, and they were 10-5. The year before that, he threw for 4,200 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 picks, and they were 11-5. So they were also a pretty good team, generally speaking, with him at quarterback. And year after year, he's putting up numbers. Then all of this nonsense happens, and his life falls apart. And since then, he's just been a completely different human being.
It's that. What you just said, not completely different player. He's been a completely different human being. Or is this who he's always been? And the other part about him, Clemson, right? Right? Was he was Clemson?
I think, yeah. Clemson, yes.
And that whole story about him and the, what was it, the Habitat for Humanity in the house and all that. Like, he has an amazing story that it was easy to root for until you heard about some of the other stuff. And then I have always. That's when you're like, wait, which guy are you? Are you this guy that looked like he was, this
perfect,
easy to root for player that you cared about who rags to riches? Or is that really a facade and deep down you're kind of a bad guy?
Well, and by the way, or is the reality probably the truth, which is somewhere in the middle, like most people are.
And when that story first came out in Houston, there was a lot of talk that the Texans wanted that story out.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to move on from him.
Yeah, I remember that being said.
Which, again, not substantiated, but still, it just everything about that. And then since then, Deshaun has just he's not handled anything publicly well at all.
My thing that I was on then, and I stay on it to this day when it comes to Watson, is he took no ownership in the moment.
No accountability on anything.
If you were to look at all of the players who have had controversies over the last decade and a half, you're going back to Michael Vick, and then had repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
Watson's nowhere near the top in terms of what the indiscretions are. They're bad. Seems like he did some really inappropriate things with massage therapists and whatnot.
Yep.
But in terms of assault, weapons involving women, punching women on camera, killing and maiming dogs, you name it, he's not near the top of the list. Yet, his accountability may be as bad as anyone on that list, and I think it's haunted him the entire time because he's never taken it on manned up.
Now, is it denying it happened, or does it come from a place of he didn't think what he did was that big of a deal?
I think it's some combo of it all.
Yes.
Because there are...
Don, the last line of his infamous now post-game at the podium, answering the questions about how he was booed by the fans. The last line, out of everything that he said, that was all a PR guy was face-palming off camera, the last line's the one where everybody, even probably family members, were like...
What was the last line?
Somebody asked if he regrets coming to Cleveland. And he said, I regret nothing in my life.
Yeah, that's
nothing.
But I just
doesn't hit.
Like
doesn't hit exactly.
I always wondered, was he coming from a place of deniability? I didn't do any of the things I'm being accused of, or
but you still regret.
Or did he just look at it? I just don't know why this is a big deal.
Well,
both. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it is both.
I definitely think you're hitting on both things.
And as I pointed out at the time, we could get into a back and forth about what what level to which he was basically guilty of assaulting these women, right? Like how much of this was an unspoken arrangement, how much of it was him forcing it, how much we can get into all that. There's one thing that could not be denied though. The New York Times investigation found that he had confirmed contact with, and I don't want to get this wrong, but something like between 30 and 50 different female massage therapists.
And that's
so
all.
at the very least, you would have to acknowledge, I have an addiction problem.
Yeah.
I have an issue. There is something here. He wouldn't even acknowledge that. If he had just gotten up there and said, I am going to treatment, I realized I have a problem, whether he wants to call it sex addiction or call it something else, I have a problem I have to deal with. He took nothing. No accountability.
He never did any of that?
No.
There was nothing like that?
Not
That was
publicly.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
He never publicly said he was doing that. Never did an interview where he said, I'm going to be forthcoming now.
And the sad thing is he could have said it, he could have did it and not mean it and not care and got up from it.
Yep.
Yes.
Because it would have just been how it was perceived. I have a sex addiction. Because it happens with anger management too. Get in too many fights, go to anger management. Like
you don't know whether they
you don't
need it
know
or
whether
not.
they care or not. Because again, the first step is to admit you have a problem. If you don't admit you have a problem, you're not going to get cured of it. But you fake it to make it, right? He wasn't even willing to do that.
That part. Yep.
Kind of crazy.
It's really taking a toll. But now he'll have the job in Cleveland for whatever that's worth.
Bobby and Belmore, you're on ESPN New York.
Yeah, hi. Well, he doesn't regret it because they're the only idiots that will give him all that money.
That's right.
But
he didn't want to go there.
Yeah, let me talk. Yeah, and he hasn't been the same since all those massages. But anyway, let me talk about you mentioned a player that didn't won without being the superstar that he is. And Alan, I'm surprised at you because when the guy mentioned Gary Payton, there's a player on that same team that you could put in that category. That's Alonzo Mourning. I mean, he was a superstar Hall of Fame player. He had all those kidney issues. And that year in 2006 when they won the
That's
title.
That's a good call, Bobby.
Yeah,
I didn't think deep enough into that, but you're right. And that's the same organization that he once was their pillar. And at this point in his career, he really wasn't. He was not. I hate to say coattails; those two respect him too much. But it's no, that's.
And Ari's got the guy in Inwood. You're on ESPN New York. I had forgotten about it, but Ari, you win the prize. What do you got?
Yeah, because how you guys doing? Everything well?
Good. You?
So, thank you. You guys had mentioned that the original question was who won the championship while being hurt.
Yeah.
And that's Frank Thomas in 05. He only played 35 games, correct?
Yeah, like 32 or something, and did not participate in the postseason. So good. That is the comp.
That is a great call.
Longtime White Sox, right?
Yeah.
And a great player for them. And the one championship he won, he didn't participate in. Was hurt that whole year.
It's funny that White Sox. How much do you remember for that White Sox championship? Do you remember anything?
Well, they beat the Astros.
Well, I'm just saying, but
the thing I remember is that it's the curse that no one cares about. They hadn't won a World Series, Peter, since 1917. They made a big deal about the Red Sox when they finally won in 04.
Right.
And so even longer were the White Sox who won the year after, and then their last championship was before the Red Sox.
And they threw the one 2 years later.
And no one cared.
Right?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's right. And then
they won in 1917, but then they threw the one in 1919, famously
weird,
or infamously, and yet it's not really a historic. Right? It just never feels like a historic championship.
It's not a thing. It's so weird because
tell you what, they're a good team this year too.
No, listen, just 2 years ago they lost 121 games, and I know the Central's weak, but they're going to win the division and have a chance to see if they can make a run in this weak American League. Football. Jets and Giants over the weekend. Got lots to get into. Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you till 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Hey Yankees and Knicks fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, September 25th and be ready to receive a very special giveaway. It's Josh Hart Yankees Bobblehead Night, presented by Delta Airlines. The first 18,000 guests will receive a Josh Hart Yankees bobblehead. Again, don't miss Josh Hart Yankees Bobblehead Night, presented by Delta Airlines, when the Yankees face the Orioles on Friday, September 25th. For tickets, log on to yankees.com/tickets.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We've got a bad ride on the LIE westbound in Queens. A tractor-trailer went up in flames over by Queens Boulevard. Only the left lane is squeezing by. FDNY is on the scene. You're at a standstill there from the Van Wyck eastbound side, just bumper to bumper with everybody stopping to take a look. Packed there from the BQE. Heading over to the outbound George. Still have this issue on the Deegan northbound. Broken down car on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. You're solid there from Yankee Stadium. Inbound George, a great ride. No issues at all for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels are only about 10 to 15 minutes each. This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Grab yours today. Visit Dell.com/deals. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-480-6932. 800-480-6932. 800-480-6932.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
I mentioned it earlier, worth repeating. You know, our ownership, Good Karma, has changed, rebranded their name to Good Karma Sports because sports is the vehicle. It's got them where they are today.
Oh, you bet
got
your
us
ace.
where we are today. So why not brand it in that way? So it's no longer Good Karma brand. Sometimes you hear the promotions on our radio station. They are the ownership. They are what drives us here, along with ESPN. And it's now Good Karma
You see
Sports.
this? And you know they're serious about it because look at this beautiful notebook.
Made
Right.
notebooks.
And then they gave us notebooks. And you know what?
Rock solid.
Hardcover.
Yeah. That's how you
none
know.
of this paper mache garbage. This is you can be proud to write notes in this.
That's right.
That's right, because it's not Good Karma Brands. It's Good Karma Sports. Know it, love it, live it.
Well, Don, that's good stuff. Right?
503 in the big city.
Hit dongs.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you. I don't know what to think. God, just kick the damn ball off already.
No.
I hate preseason.
No.
I used to love it.
You need
I used
it.
to enjoy it. I don't need it. I hate it.
No,
Because
you
I don't know
need
what to think of it.
It's so-
I get, 26-3, Giants win, 23
Don't-
points, everybody
you
looks great.
Pay
Oh, my
no
God.
attention to that
Don't
stuff.
care. The Jets shut out the Steelers.
No.
They never go to Pittsburgh and win. They've won once in their history in
That is
Pittsburgh.
true.
They went in there and they mauled
No.
They mauled Aaron Rodgers. They mauled what?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't
Aaron
play.
Rodgers didn't play.
Yeah. So what?
Why are you focused on that?
I don't know what to think.
No,
I'm
Don.
telling you.
What do you mean? You do know what to think. Nothing.
Talk about Good Karma Sports. We're going to rebrand it. It's not preseason anymore. It's NFL extortion.
Extortion?
Yes.
What?
They steal your money.
No.
Season ticket holders have to pay full price to watch this garbage, and people buy into it.
Don,
It's not.
Don.
It's a hostage video.
It's helping you build out your roster. You already know certain players. You want to get a glimpse of some.
I understand
you know
that.
what they're saying?
It's good for the coaches. I'm not saying they shouldn't have it,
Right,
and I'm not
so
saying
bad.
that the coaches don't value it.
It's
I'm
awful.
just saying I got to hear about how
You don't
great
have
the
to
Giants
watch
are.
and
The
know you
Giants
don't.
are going to the Super Bowl. They
No,
beat the
well-
Dolphins 26-3.
Well, I mean, it was all Jameis Winston, but still.
You got to understand.
I don't.
Now that we have one fewer preseason games, these split practices, joint practices, they treat them like
Yeah,
that's
why they're all
another
beating each other
preseason game
up.
because you're facing someone else. So what you're trying to do is see what it looks like against these dress rehearsal games. Well, you're also trying to do.
He knows what it is. He's just
I know.
saying it's
I'm just-
stupid. What do you think? We're morons?
Well,
we're just saying it's useless. You can't get anything
I
from
understand,
it.
Alan. You're misunderstanding
You
me. The coaches value it. It's important. But what I'm saying
But why wouldn't
is,
you as a fan value?
You
because
you
Geno
can't
Smith
glean
went 7
anything.
for 7. He had a perfect drive for a touchdown.
Did you look
so
at the
now
wrong
we're
thing?
supposed to believe that Geno Smith's going to be great.
You're looking at the wrong thing.
So what
am I
are you
supposed to be
watching? You
looking
watching
at?
the all-22s?
I'm trying to explain.
But no, you're explaining like we're morons.
Well-
it's important to the teams. What we know that, but we're saying as
You're
fans,
saying it's extortion.
No,
These games need to be played.
No,
people want to go watch them.
But
They watch them.
But no. But he's saying is, and this is where I'm with Don.
What?
He's as ticketed events, they're extortion. It's crap. It's not a good product.
No, it's not.
The stake, because there are no stakes in terms of winners and losers. So as a result, yes, you're right. Of course, you're seeing some things that matter.
You want to get a good. You look. First of all, you want to see some of the plays tell you. Does the line block better? Can you? Is your run defense better? Early in the game, I feel like if you're watching a preseason game in the second half, you need to probably find a significant other in your life.
Yeah.
You're a very lonely person. Yeah. There's no reason to watch
Or
the second
subscribe to a good website, whatever.
or that. There's no reason to watch the second half unless you have a relative trying to make the team and they're playing in the second half.
Right.
I can't see what you're getting out of that. I agree with that. That's for all the coaches when they're filling out the 53, when they're also trying to get practice squad guys. That's what that's about. And apparently also college teams are scouting these now to see if they can get anybody to come back to college. You see that story?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So to me, what you're getting is what do certain veterans look like? That's it, early on in the game. Not the stats, not the score. Getting nothing out of that. Trust me. What does it look like? That's all you're looking for, not the stats, not the score. And to be honest with you, did I watch and say to myself, boy, Geno looks great? Did not say that.
What did you say?
I said this team's got a ton of talent.
But what did you? What did you see that you were sure? What were you able to see that showed you? I know there's talent here.
Well, just the guys who can get open. Like
against who?
It doesn't matter who.
But it does.
It does. No,
but
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not always playing a pro. You're not playing an all-pro cornerback every game. Some games you are playing guys like that.
I love you.
That are as good as that.
I'm just trying to listen. I am not a professional coach. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. All I'm saying is what I'm seeing in the preseason, is it going to translate into the regular season? And the answer is most likely not. All right? We've all said that this season hinges on Geno Smith. How Geno Smith plays is going to determine whether this team wins or loses.
Okay.
And him
you
going
can't
7
determine
for 7 and a
means
touchdown
nothing.
drive.
You're getting nothing out of it.
Logic would tell you.
I agree.
That's good.
I just
the
told
only
you-
time he's played in the preseason, but we know in our hearts it doesn't matter.
I just told you I agree with that part.
Right.
Because, again, it's what does it look like? If Geno's just throwing checkdowns and he's going 7 for 7, nothing that impressive, right? But there are also situations that you're seeing around the NFL which shows you right away. Like, here's a great example. Our good friend Bob Saleh, that ain't looking good right now in Tennessee, man.
But
like that, the quarterback situation there is a bit of a concern. He does not look good. That's a real thing. And so those are things that you can watch and see teams and say to yourself, how are they setting up going into a season? Atlanta, their quarterback situation, major problem. Tua does not look good. Right? We talked about Cleveland already. There's places that you can see that stuff. The Jets,
but they're not basing that just on the preseason games. That's how they look in practice every day.
And then the games are telling you, yeah, this is not good.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
just
just
all part of the same thing.
It's supporting the case. But the Jet thing and the Giant thing, like, I think Dart has looked good when he's played. He's looked good. There is an optimism around the Giants that I'm telling you, it's starting to grow within that organization. They really feel good about what they can be and what they can do. And some of the reps that they are getting in preseason games, no matter who it is, whether it's ones or twos, they like, because you know what? Your twos are important. Depth is everything. You know injuries are going to happen. So that's why, if you're a fan, you have to be a bit of a lunatic. But if you're a fan and you're watching and you know not a lot of starters are playing, you're watching to see what kind of depth do I have.
But to Don's point,
depth is important for a team, though.
But to Don's point, Dart didn't take a snap on Saturday.
Right.
Not a snap.
Right.
So you don't even get anything. Like but at least from that part of it.
From
you get
entertainment value.
No,
and
from learning about learning. You don't see Dart play. Don, you know how many? Do you know how many passes Jaden Daniels threw on Friday or Saturday? One
pass.
Jaden Daniels was 0 for 1.
Right.
Yeah. That's what am I gleaning?
And Dart didn't play in the Giant game. Cam Scatterbo didn't play.
But there
in the
are
Giant
other positions that are going to matter. And the Giants' offensive line is a critical area for depth.
True.
I
there
understand
are other
that.
things to watch.
But we don't know if it's going to translate into the regular season because these depth players are also playing against guys that may not make the team on the other side. See, Geno Smith's the perfect example. The narrative about Geno going into that game was he hasn't had a great camp. Jake Assman had Connor Hughes on saying he looks tentative. He doesn't want to throw the ball down. And this is in practice where they're evaluating. This is during the scrimmages that they had with the Steelers.
Yes.
And then he goes out in the preseason game, 7 for 7, right down the field, touchdown. So you would think, all right, what's the truth? The watching in practice, watching the scrimmages, or all of a sudden this one drive? And I'm telling you, that one drive, it doesn't mean anything. I'd rather watch the guy in practice where he's really being evaluated and the scrimmages where the guys are really playing when he's going up against the ones. That's what matters. Jets have could potentially have a good defense.
We're looking at it two different ways. But it's as simple as that. I'm not telling you you're wrong. You're saying, what do I get out of it? And I'm trying to explain to you. This is what I get out of it.
So what do we get? What do you got? You watched it. You got something. What did you get?
Yeah.
What did you get?
It's
football.
That's what we got. Honestly, the Jet part of it it's something, Dan Orlovsky said it. He watched the Jets, and he has come away with this feeling that they are going to be better than anybody expects because of how much skill talent they have beyond the obvious starting, wide receiver 1, running back 1, right? They have two tackles, right and left side, that are physical dominant tackles. They have the makings of a team that if they can get, and I think we already know this because we're here in New York, competent quarterback play, competent.
Yeah.
They could be a really good team. And that's what you're getting because they look this year, compared to last year, way more organized. They have grown-ups in the coaching rooms versus last year's coaching staff was, let's be honest, inexperienced. This year's not so much. This year's has experience, and you can see a much more well-oiled machine and organized thing. And we've always said we've got to see it. What does it look like? So going into the season, and we all know that week 1, obviously the game hits different, feels different, all that stuff. We know this. But you still have to see some evidence, and you have to start to see something building towards, hey, this is starting to look better. And the feeling around the Jets is that's what's happening. And I've been a big pessimist.
Well,
but if I'm hearing other people saying this, people I trust, I got to start paying attention.
Well, it's great, but Don, I think you'll be in lockstep with me. I'll tell you when the preseason starts. September 13th. September is the preseason. We will know by the end of September if these football teams have actually made it. And it's gotten every year, Don. It's gotten further and further and further.
I can't argue. You're absolutely right.
All I'm telling you is I don't buy it. Believe me, back when they meant more and there were 4 of them, we get all hyped up about these performances and the depth and how they look in these games, and it never translates into the regular season.
Well, the
because
Jets
now
have
it's
gone
on.
4-0
But
and
everything you said about the Jets, we knew. They've got talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They got grown-ups in the room now. I think Frank Reich is going to be great for Geno Smith. All I'm saying is watching that game against the Steelers, I don't think any of it really translates. What translates is in practice and then what we're going to see when they kick it off for real. You see 7 for 7. You look at the stats. What does it matter? I just want to see the actual games.
Yeah,
Stats
I agree.
don't matter. Whatever you
nothing.
see, because who are you going up against? Like, Watt didn't play. If Watt played, maybe Geno Smith gets sacked 3 times and it doesn't complete a pass. Like, so I know the stats don't matter, but how it looks doesn't matter because everything we saw on that first drive was contrary to what everybody's been saying about Geno Smith in practice during camp.
You're right.
So what I'm saying to you is what I see doesn't matter.
So
these preseason games are a folly. It's a joke, but because we love football so much, we watch it, and because we want to justify what we watched, we try to make it into something. I was listening to Jake on Saturday. He does a brilliant show, and he's a huge Jet guy, and he's got his YouTube channel and everything.
That's right.
And everything, he said all the great things. Bailey had a sack. Like, there was so many good things that came from there. And every time he said something good, he exclaimed, we'll see if it translates to the regular season. Yes, because it doesn't matter. The preseason doesn't matter. Just don't get hurt. The only thing that matters is injury, because that's what translates to the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
If you can't play, you can't play.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I watched the Giant game. I enjoyed it. I like to see my team win, but my starting quarterback didn't play. My starting running back didn't play. I've got Odell Beckham Jr. dropping a pass in the end zone, but it may not matter because he still got open.
That's part. But the Odell thing is also part of the story. Odell right now is a guy that's like he's kind of in the midst of a debate right now about making the roster or not.
Right.
Because there's people that are arguing that you still see his ability to get open. And there's others that are saying what you just said. He's getting open against weaker defenders. He's not like he doesn't like he still has it, but he doesn't have it like he used to. And do you want to have him on the roster when he has such a presence that could cause like, why isn't Odell playing? Why, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's that on top of the value of having a guy of his experience and all that stuff in the room. There's a big debate going on with Odell. There's no guarantee he's making the team, but I don't think it's unanimous that he's not going to make the team.
Well, Barrios getting hurt probably helps him.
How hurt is Barrios?
I don't know. I just know he's hurt. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but if they've got to make a decision and Barrios is still hurt, he could end up making the team.
Just as at a default, right?
And we'll find out. I listen. I'm not arguing for the sake of arguing. I'm just saying is that I believe all the things that they have to take from it. But I'm sitting there watching this, and I should be happy. The Giants look great,
but it's not easy to watch when your team's been bad year after year.
And also, I had to do that. I had to cover 4 preseason games when I did the Jets, and people get excited about the backup quarterback and this guy, and then all of a sudden I sit there on week 1, and it's like I didn't watch anything in the preseason because none of it mattered. How starters looked, how backups looked. The guy that I was in love with in preseason ends up getting cut, doesn't make the team, never see him again.
I'll tell you why.
It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you why I'm most hoping that what Don is saying is true and what I'm saying is true, and it means nothing. Because as of this moment, if you were to ask Commanders fans, their number one first-round pick, Sonny Styles, is a complete bust, lost on every single play. And everyone's going, how do you draft someone? What do we pick? 9 or something like that?
Top 10.
How did you guys pick this high? And at least now through practice for a month and 2 preseason games, you have a linebacker who's lost on every single friggin' snap. So I have to pray, Don.
That's not good.
You have to pray that it's just not. I know.
Yeah, but that's not good.
Everyone's saying, like, no.
Because linebacker. It's different than like a wide receiver. Like,
I know, wide receivers
like
take time.
A linebacker should be popping.
They usually should pop.
You should pop as a linebacker.
And that freaks me out overall about what is your GM doing if they whiff on their first-round pick when you have a high pick. Because the year before that, they were in the championship game, didn't get a good pick.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
You can't whiff on these.
So I'm not trying to make it elementary. I'm really not. I think I understand it's hard to watch preseason games and walk away with any type of concrete opinion about where this thing's going. But when you're saying, like, what am I getting out of it, I'm telling you what I get out of it. And I'm the most pessimistic Jet fan you could possibly see right now. You know that.
Well, you're just scared.
I'm having a hard time buying in, but I'm watching and I'm looking for specific things. I don't care about winning. I don't care. They got 2 interceptions. They hadn't had an interception all last year. They had 2 interceptions in the game, and all I did was chuckle. I didn't say, oh, here we go. This defense is going to be so much ready. They're going to get interceptions. No. Like, I'm not feeling that. I chuckle that, of course, they're getting him in the preseason. But
Right.
I'm watching the little things that, to me, become bigger things in the regular season. And for me, I don't know what Gino's going to be. That's week 1. I don't know what the defense is going to be. That's week 1. But I do know what the depth can look like. If there's a couple of guys on the offensive line that aren't brand names that are having good games.
Right.
And then they'll say, got to remember this name. I want to remember this name because people always get hurt. And a season goes down the drain fast when you lose 1 or 2 offensive linemen and the guys that replace them just aren't even close to being good. That's when you know you have a real GM. Right? That's when you know you have a good GM.
And what I'm saying is that I feel good about the talent on this team. I think it's all about how Gino's going to play. If they get competent quarterback play, I think this team will be playing meaningful games in December. And what happened in Pittsburgh is not going to sway my feeling on that. And I think the Giants will be improved. I think they're back on the rails. But what I saw in Miami is not going to sway me.
Miami's terrible, by the way.
They're an awful football team.
Yes.
No, and it's the worst version of them too.
And
But
it's
you
usually
are. You are around the league. You are, though, seeing some preseason panic in some franchises because they clearly don't have it. And from a Jet perspective, there's teams that if you're trying to get a quarterback in the draft next year, you might start worrying about increased competition for a high draft pick to take one of these quarterbacks in the draft, which is why, as we've constantly reminded a lot of Jet fans, I would not put too much stock in 3 first-round picks so you can get a first-round pick quarterback. You might need those picks to get a veteran. Because I don't know if you're going to be – if this team's what it looks like, you won't be in position to draft one, and there's going to be some teams that you thought, oh, they won't need a quarterback. They've got this guy. Until you watch them in the preseason and you see where it's headed, and you tell yourself, maybe not.
We're going to hear from John Harbaugh and also Jordan Raanan. He was on the morning show today. Dan Grassa and Jordan filled in for Rick and Dave, so we're going to hear from him on what he thought about what happened in Miami and how camp has been. Dan Graziano's got some things to talk about the Jets. He was on with Carlin earlier. We'll hear from Geno Smith. Got lots going on. ENN coming up at 6 o'clock, take you right up till 7 o'clock. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg here on ESPN New York.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Summer isn't over yet. On Saturday, August 29th, the Red Bulls face the Philadelphia Union at Sports Illustrated Stadium for Anime Night, presented by New Jersey Lottery. Arrive early for the Boulevard at 4 p.m. for food trucks, games, family fun, and a free matchday poster while supplies last. When gates open, fans can grab one of 10,000 UGO card packs. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Bring your crew and make it a night to remember. Get tickets at NewYorkRedBulls.com.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Take a look around Major League Baseball, and the Yankees are a lot closer to perfect than most of the teams that are supposedly real championship contenders. And I'll say this with no equivocation whatsoever. If the Yankees were healthy with their running it back philosophy that everybody kicked around, they'd be running it back and running over the competition.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech, the #1 brand in premium decking from Rings End. Picture this, a deck that's the highlight of your backyard, turning heads season after season. Now, imagine 20, 30 years later. It's still going strong. And here's the best part. You haven't spent a moment sanding, staining, or sealing it. Visit your local Rings End for the stunning real wood looks of TimberTech decking, paired with the kind of durability that only advanced engineering can deliver. Backed by industry-leading warranties, TimberTech is the decking that performs for decades. Ask for it locally at Rings End.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Still working on this tractor-trailer fire on the LIE westbound over by Queens Boulevard in Queens. Everything extinguished, but the right lane out for cleanup. A large wrecker on the scene. That is you jammed and backed up to Casino Boulevard. Eastbound side, just a packed ride with everybody stopping to take a look. Bumper to bumper there from the BQE. Heading over to the outbound, George, no delays at all on the West Side Highway in Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, stop and go from the Bronx River Parkway on through. Inbound George still in great shape for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels are only about 5 to 10 minutes each. This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Grab yours today. Visit Dell.com/deals. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. When it's game time, you need a good playbook, especially in the kitchen. Because when a crowd wants wings, fresh pizza, and mouthwatering sliders, you better have options in your kitchen.
With Frigidaire range, you get over 15 cooking modes, including stone-baked pizza, air fry, and air sous vide. Your game time MVP combo built right into your oven. Available at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Why all the maiden today, Joe?
Just got back from vacation, and if my dad has the aux, he's playing a lot of maiden. So
Okay.
I've been hearing a lot of Iron Maiden over the last week or so.
Hallowed Be Thy Name, off of the Number of the Beast album, one of my favorites. So good.
The other day I was playing some Maiden in the gym. Needed it.
Do you remember what it was?
Did it hit?
2
Like you
minutes to
wanted it?
midnight when it came in the mix, and Aces High, the one I love that song.
Aces. Off of Power Slave. Very good.
Yes, Power Slave. That's the album, right?
All right, so John Harbaugh spoke today.
Harbaugh.
After the Giants' momentum-building turning point victory over the Dolphins on Saturday. But the big thing now is Malik Nabers. This is quite the turnaround, guys. From he might miss the first month of the season to now it feels like he will be ready
sooner
for the Dallas Cowboys game on opening day. How did Nabers look today, John, or Harbs?
I thought he looked good. Look at the tape later, but he was moving well, probably moving the best we've seen him look. You guys could be the judge of that too, right? You've seen him. It's a good practice for him today. Got the red shirt off. That was a good step.
Big step.
That is, to be able to get non-contact jersey.
Anthony Pusick, remember, he has this thing of who will we see first in a game? Malik Nabers or Aaron Judge?
Aging well for him.
Well, not so fast.
Yeah. Hold on now.
We're hearing from different people. One of those people being Joel Sherman.
That's right.
Another
I saw
one,
this.
Susan Waldman. Both kind of targeting that Colorado series back at the stadium after the West Coast trip.
Hold
which would
on
be
now.
September 8th, 9th, 10th.
10th.
Is that right?
Right before the Mets series.
How about that?
Like you dream about.
How about that?
So he may just beat him.
It's going to be close. You standing on 10 toes down on that one, Pusick?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's not hitting off. He's not hitting off. That isn't a tee yet. I needed a tee at the Sasso softball.
But this is Susan Waldman.
I trust Susan. I trust Susan with my life.
Sure, exactly right.
Well, she's saying the 9th.
Now, they both said, at least I saw Joel say,
right?
he hadn't heard from anybody, but if he had to guess. Now, remember, John Heyman had guessed Stanton and Bellinger back September 1st.
Right.
Bellinger came back early, and Stanton fell down, went boom. And now he's out for the season. So, some right, some wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, Harbs, will Nabers play week 1?
Yeah, I just don't want to make any kind of statements like that. I think it's reasonable to assume that. Those are all kind of things that you can assume. It's just based on watching the guy practice. But the only thing I know more than you guys know is that what the docs and the trainers tell me as far as his rehab. And that's doing well. He's doing really well with that. He's strong. He's in a good place. But how he gets through practice, how ready he is to play and protect himself is really based on practice. So you're watching practice too, and you can see it.
Now, as he mentioned earlier, took off the non-contact jersey. So are you comfortable with him taking contact?
I think it'll be very reasonable, though. It'll be a protect each other kind of deal. But that'll be true for everybody right now. We'll be in this mode this week. We'll be a little more as far as the contact part of it, probably a little more in-season-ish in terms of taking care of one another.
Now, as I mentioned, Jordan Ronan was in this morning with Dan Grassa as they both filled in for DiPietro and Rothenberg, which, by the way, starting September 8th, you'll be able to see on MSG along with us. Oh, yeah.
Say word.
Fully expected Malik Nabers to play in week 1, says Jordan.
Malik Nabers, I would expect to see him week 1. I mean, there's a chance that he practices this week. I doubt he gets into the preseason game. I don't see why you would do that. But they got 3 weeks basically to get him ready for the regular season now.
By the way, this is going so well. I've never seen anything like this before with Nabers. It's going so well that they're actually going to reinstate him. He's going to play last year.
Yeah.
He's going to finish out last season.
Week 17.
Yeah, he's back last year.
He's going to play in that. He's going to play in that Lion game, and they're going to find a way to win.
Yeah, I've never seen someone just go further and
retroactive
It's
return.
unreal.
It was
Congratulations on getting back last year.
It's one of the great turnarounds in the history of
Sooney
anything.
will have never been hurt. It's like Back to the Future, the picture that Marty's showing of his family. And Nabers is now appearing in last year's photo. He
Ligament
played.
is just regrowing. Oh, man.
I've never seen this.
What a story.
That sounds like it'd be a good concept for a movie.
That as time goes on, well, it is kind of Back to the Future.
Yeah, but a sports version. Better than the Back to the Future 2. The only thing that bothered me about Back to the Future 2
okay.
was nothing because it's perfect.
Come on.
Perfect?
No,
you had to make the almanac into like basically a pamphlet. If it's got every score of every game and every sport for 50 years.
He rolled it up and put it in his back pocket.
Come on,
50
man.
years of scores, man.
By the way, I couldn't agree with you more. It's the big and it's like and then it becomes ridiculous. It's just the outside of the thing, and it's around the dirty magazine. Ooh La La magazine is inside. I recently saw.
You've seen this movie a few times.
I've seen it a bit. I was looking on eBay just yesterday.
It's got Ooh La La magazine.
I was looking at eBay yesterday, and I saw because I really want a true Back to the Future item one day, like an awesome, proper
DeLorean.
Well, I do. I look for DeLoreans every once in a while. That is a novelty piece I want one day, is the DeLorean.
They're out there.
No,
I've seen them.
I believe me. I look at them on eBay.
Yeah.
They're not even that bad.
No.
I mean, you can get one for, $30,000, whatever. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a bit of money if you...
Without a flux capacitor.
Considering, no flux capacitor.
Well, they might have one in there. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, considering no flux capacitor, and then also when you need to get a part to fix it, it's a bit problematic. The thing's made of, like, complete steel or whatever.
Yeah.
But the item that I did see had been for sale a few years ago was the production photo, the actual production photo of the family, which would be pretty awesome.
Oh, wow.
To have the framed photo of Marty and his brother. And remember, his brother's wearing the Mickey Mouse shirt?
Yep.
And his sister's wearing, like, the college sweat. That is a
that would be
That's
something.
a cool piece.
Now,
I've seen a Gray's Almanac, too.
If you get the half faded
Now the almanac,
How does that
exist? I get when you consider how it went down, where he's trying to grab it. It's on the dashboard.
Yeah.
You can't have like a baseball encyclopedia. Like it would
wouldn't
be
work.
cumbersome. But at least to make it authentic, when he turns on the radio, when he looks at the magazine and he turns on the radio for like the Notre Dame score to prove to him that the almanac.
And he finds it in 2 seconds.
Well, take out a magnifying glass. At least make sure that if you're going to put it in such a small thing that it's the fine print, you need a magnifying glass to see the score.
A business person out there, I don't know if you should do it. Someone should have immediately created Gray Sports Almanac after that. Like it's made up, right?
No, I thought that was a real thing.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it's completely made up for the movie.
I think each sport.
I think if you Google Gray Sports Almanac, the only thing that's coming up is Back to the Future 2.
I thought there was though, right, Don? There
are sports almanacs. There's a baseball almanac.
And I've got a baseball encyclopedia that's got every stat from the beginning of baseball, 1869 up to 89. That's when I bought it. I should bring it. I need like a forklift to bring it. It's amazing. It's like a foot deep.
Does it have every result?
Yeah. But and also I swear to God, it's like a foot thick. And the paper, it's like thin. It's almost like tissue paper. Like that's like you're gonna fit all that stuff in there.
Wait, so you can find actual individual games from individual teams?
I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Do you want to borrow my car? Will it fit in yours?
I'll throw it in.
Did you ever purchase one?
A Gray Sports Almanac? You mean like a replica? No.
You can.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Who sell it? Like eBay?
Everybody.
Yeah, but again, it's only
Amazon.
Amazon. But it's only Back to the Future, correct?
Yes.
So.
But that always bothered me. Like they could have made
Don, that's
1950 to 2000.
50 years of sport. And it's all the sports.
All of it.
And by the way, read the cover. It says like boxing. It lists the sports, and it lists tons of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to read.
If you can look at the cover, it says includes soccer, boxing.
That's what got me. You remember Sport Magazine?
It looks like sport.
It looks like Sport
Correct.
Magazine. That's why. And yes, it has all right. It's got a jockey. It's got hockey, football, basketball, more football, baseball.
Yep.
And then horse racing.
Horse racing.
Yeah, horse racing.
By the way, what horse racing result?
Yeah.
Every day.
The fifth at Aqueduct.
It's all in there. By the way, speaking of random sports magazines, my best random sports magazine moment from childhood. Do you guys remember when they would do like at the library at school? They'd have like that day where.
Oh, I love that. That's where I get my Mad Libs.
You could get Mad Libs.
Yeah, I love that day. That was my favorite day.
Highlights.
You could sign up for like magazine subscriptions for super cheap.
Yeah. That was what was that company?
It was Scholastic something or other.
Yeah, Scholastic Books.
Yeah, and then they would all be laid out on the table. You pick out the ones you want. You fill out a card or whatever, and then they'd ship them to you. Like
and your parents would like let you get a couple.
And then the day that the teacher had the box and you knew you had books come. Oh man!
And you get the book. I would order Ramona Quimby, age 8, and be so excited about it. And then
nerd alert.
And then I you think that's nerdy? I subscribed to Inside Sports and Hockey Digest as a 10-year-old.
Well, that's different. That's not.
No,
nerdy.
that's not nerdy.
That's not nerdy.
No. Hockey Digest.
No. Getting Super Fudge. That's nerdy.
The Digest.
Super Fudge called being a child.
I'm joking.
We were all
Those are great. Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing.
It's Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing.
Those are
Super
great
Fudge. Ramona Quimby.
Yep.
The Great Beverly Cleary to you and me. I was a big Quimby guy.
Yeah.
She's been on hold for a while. But
Ramona?
it's a topic of conversation.
She's 80 now.
In West Caldwell. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Tessa.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Always.
Listen, Don, I know exactly how you feel, but I'm going to be honest with you. You know why I watch besides loving football? It's because it's giving me hope. I mean, Don, what have I had these past years besides bashing my head against the wall, ODing off of Tums because I got so much acid reflux, calling everybody hot trash, bums, garbage. So for the first time in a long time, I have hope. So I'm watching for hope because without hope, we have nothing. It's very powerful. So I'm watching for hope. I'm watching to see how these big hog Molly's doing on the O-line. I'm watching just to see like glimmers of the rookies. And you're right. We hope that it can transfer over to the full season, but at least we got that. Because if we was looking like hot trash, disorganized, looking crazy, I'm already going to be depressed before the season even starts. I'm already going to start calling and blacking out before it starts. So, Don, that's why I watch, because I'm looking at these rookies. Right now, Alvarez, he looks amazing. I understand they got to transfer over, but I'm glad he looks like something. I'm glad he doesn't look like Sonny Styles. Sorry, Peter. But I'm just saying,
Reese is interesting.
I'm happy.
Reese is interesting because the way they're using him, he's in. By the way, his play-to-play energy, when you watch him, he jumps every time the ball's snapped. He's doing something physical and fast. Like he doesn't give up on a play. He's chasing down. The problem that I have is that it's like he's not involved enough, right? Like he's flying around, but it's like I think they could do more with him.
Well, I mean,
with that
again,
energy,
I don't think they know what to do with him yet. That's what I'm saying.
I
I don't
agree.
think they know what to do with him yet. That's why I think they have him doing so much stuff. Plus, I don't think
did
they
you
want too
see
much tape
him,
on him
Chuck?
Yet.
There was somebody blocking him as the quarterback was running around, and this kid.
Yep.
There was a guy that was trying to blindside him, like a block, just to knock him off his balance, and this kid just tossed the dude, like literally saw him coming last second.
Yep.
And just chucked him. The guy must have fallen like 3 or 4 yards. Hilarious. You know, he's fun to watch.
I'm not telling you not to watch, Tessa. I'm just telling you, pump the brakes. And I'm going to tell you a perfect example of why in a second, but Peter needs to tell us about pain.
Well, Don, because what Tessa's talking about is pain. She's felt a lot of pain, thanks to the Giants. A lot of pain over the years. But I made a decision that instead of just living with pain, I wanted to figure out what's causing the pain. So I went and saw Dr. J. Schott, Samwell Pain. What I loved was right away, sets me up, makes it super easy to make an appointment. We jump on a Zoom, we talk about what's going on, and the first thing he did was set me up to get some MRIs. So I've gotten the first couple of MRIs. I need to get my last ones because when I'm done, we're going to devise a plan. So without any sort of, surgery or any sort of invasive treatment, we're going to come up with something to deal with my back pain. So if you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, whatever it is, have a conversation. They got offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Englewood. Getting care is convenient no matter where you are. Go to samwellpain.com to learn more. Trust me. See my boy Jay Shaw at Samwell Pain to schedule an appointment.
I did not remember, I'll be honest, because I told you about how I feel about these preseason games.
Not strongly.
The New York Giants last year they won 4 games. All right? So they were 4-13. Last year's preseason, they were 3-0. Beat the Patriots 42-10. Beat the Jets 31-12. Beat the Bills 34-25. In the first preseason game, we got a chance to see Jackson Dart play. He was 6 for 12, 50% bet for 81 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, not bad. Tommy DeVito, 17 of 20, 198 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Tommy.
Oh my God, we were smoking the crack after that game.
Oh yeah,
woo! He's on his way,
Tommy
baby.
D!
Yeah, Jackson
Tommy
Dart.
Cutlets!
Yeah, and he was 3 for 4 for 52 yards agast the Jets. So
where is he now? What? He's the Giants.
No,
he's there.
No,
he's the,
no.
Oh.
No. Now, listen, Jackson Dart did look good against the Jets, 14 to 16,
is he in New
137
England?
yards.
DeVito?
Sure. He was. He was in New England. I remember that.
Right? New England?
Still is.
Third quarterback?
Tore it up today, yesterday. If not
Oh, he did? Big day. Maybe this is the year he starts. Maybe he overtakes Drake May. Let's see. No, I think there's a chance.
As a Jets fan, I'm rooting for it.
That'd be great. I mean, listen, I hear that Tessa should be excited this year because this is potentially an exciting season for this team.
I think it has to be an exciting
I know,
season.
But it doesn't have anything to do. No, Don, but it just has nothing to do with what happened on Saturday.
Completely agree.
She
I
she
don't
should be
pay attention
excited.
to the score. Don't pay attention to the record. We all know the second half comes, and it's a lot of guys who are trying to hang on in some way, some capacity. So you're not really getting the result. It's like it's out of your control. You're not rooting for wins in the preseason. You want to see certain things that just pop and tell you, "Wait, I like that. Oh, that's something to keep an eye on."
Right.
Like little things
and
like
sometimes
that. That's all
it makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't. Oh, I'm not telling you not to watch because I love football too. I'm just what happened to me. It was a maturity thing for me, where I would say this at the end of every preseason, and then forget I said it, and then next preseason I'm all in again. And it took finally all these years and all those Jet preseason seasons with Greg Buttle and getting excited and taking phone calls and people flipping out about guys that didn't even make the roster or didn't contribute at all that season, and then completely forgetting any of it happened to where finally at 58 years old I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Finally.
I watch, but I'm telling you, good, bad, and different. Just survive. Don't get hurt.
Right. Correct.
Good?
Yeah. I don't disagree with any of that.
All right. 1-800-919-3776. We'll hear from Geno Smith, Dan Graziano. We've got ENN coming up at 6. Take it right until 7 o'clock. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning, 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show, 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Oh, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to kars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to kars4kids.org. That's cars with a K.
Tricon Construction is growing across New Jersey, delivering larger, more complex commercial projects with the precision today's developers expect. Because when the timelines, capital, and reputation are all on the line, you need more than a contractor. You need a true construction partner. Tricon brings experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team built around accountability and execution. From planning to completion, they build with purpose, professionalism, and pride. For serious commercial projects, build with Tricon. Visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com.
The U.S. Open Tennis Championships are underway, and you can still get in on the excitement. Grab a $30 grounds pass for the Finals Fan Fest, September 12th and 13th in Louis Armstrong Stadium. Experience celebrity arrivals and star-studded viewing parties, hosted by actress and comedian Yvonne Orji and The Bachelor's Joey Grazadeh, plus live DJ sets from Tinks, Lucas, and Summer House's Kyle Cook. Get tickets now at usopen.org.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
RJ started the group chat. In the first 48 hours of a group chat, pound for pound, that is probably one of the most quiet group chats that I've ever been affiliated with. Now, is that a poor reflection on us? That maybe we're not bringing anything to the table? Because there was maybe like one text.
I will take
in 2
blame
days.
because I was an LBI and I was trying to enjoy the day.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I could banter with myself.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Mornings start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. When it's game time, you need a good playbook, especially in the kitchen. Because when a crowd wants wings, fresh pizza, and mouthwatering sliders, you better have options in your kitchen.
With Frigidaire range, you get over 15 cooking modes, including stone-baked pizza, air fry, and air sous vide. Your game time MVP combo built right into your oven. Available at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
The New York Red Bulls take on the Philadelphia Union on Saturday, August 29th at Sports Illustrated Stadium for Anime Night presented by the New Jersey Lottery. Arrive early for the Boulevard, and that's Bull with B-U-L-L, by the way, at 4 o'clock for food trucks, games, family fun, and free match day poster while supplies last. When gates open, the first 10,000 fans can score a free UGO card pack. For your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Kickoff is set for 7:30. Bring your crew and make it a night to remember. Get your tickets today at NewYorkRedBulls.com.
Want to hear something crazy?
Love it. What do you
got? Texting with my contractor, Michael Weldon, today because we had that terrible rainstorm yesterday morning.
I don't think I ever had a contractor I knew like full name.
Oh, he's a great guy. You'd want to know his full name.
Yeah,
so
right.
Anyway, we had a little bit of a leak
in
the roof.
Hit that.
And all I did is text him, do you have a roofer? Do you know somebody you would recommend?
You got a roof guy.
And he, said what he said. This is in a just private chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
A few minutes later, I get a random text message that just said, our roofers found serious damage with my address and that I should call right away.
What?
What the hell is that?
So they were listening to you?
How? How does that work?
We're screwed.
It's clearly spam.
We're in trouble. It's all
It's
happening.
a text message. That shouldn't be that's not in public domain. How would it know to send me
I think everything is
some spam advertisement for a local
I'm
roofer?
sure we're giving everything.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's bad. We are in bad times.
Like now, do you think I'm really going to call you? I don't trust you now.
How could you?
I don't care who your
It's
business
so
is.
scary. I mean, I remember
Have you ever had that? Never happened to you? Either one of you?
From a
You've never-
text?
Like a text,
Not
a
that I'm
spam
aware
text
of, but
advertisement that came based off of a conversation you were having in another text conversation. I don't know. Like I'm looking at this thing. I'm like,
it's wacky.
It's crazy. But I definitely do not want to. Yeah, it says, shall I save you a free replacement estimate? No, you shall not.
It's scary. And you know what? And you feel like, well, my mom, like she knows to call me if she gets any like wacky text messages or anything. Because that they feed off the
Yes,
elder,
they do. Especially with AI now. Forget it.
And luckily she doesn't have emails, but you get like email, like, well, they'll have like.
Well, does she get calls to the house?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, my God.
And she'll talk to him. But she knows she won't. I've got her. I don't want to say.
Don't jinx it, by the way.
I don't want to, say it like trained, but I do. Like she knows not to do anything without like checking with me first, because they breed off of,
Yes, they
of
do.
people. That,
They
like the
tried to
elderly.
get these guys showed up at my parents' house.
Showed up.
A guy walked by and said, "Hey, I noticed X, Y, and Z about your chimney. Looks like a problem." Now, long story short, I'll skip to the end here. They didn't go with this guy, fortunately.
Good.
But he did. He was a ripoff artist. But he did actually point out a chimney problem that they had. But the funny part is he said to them, I can see, since you guys are retired, I'm going to cut you a discount price. And the price that he gave them was like triple what they ended up paying for.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what these people do. They prey on the old.
Yeah, like it's because you got the AI now, so you can send like an email saying like to my mom saying, "Hey, it's Don. I'm stuck in Vancouver. Can you send me money?" And Luckily, my mom doesn't know how to do anything like that. But for people that do, and they're gonna, why wouldn't they believe it? Right? It's got the name. It's really very, very scary.
But I feel like texting back, get into it with them. Like, where'd you get my number?
But then you're going to be fighting with a bot, Alan.
Probably.
Yeah, nothing's going to come of it, unfortunately.
I know. But what satisfaction am I getting from
Fighting with a bot?
Just deleting it?
It probably wouldn't be worth your while, though.
Hey, what's your company's name? Give me the number. I'll call.
Or you see it through and then expose them.
Yeah.
Or just have the bots
Send
rip
somebody.
you off and take all your money.
Yeah, send somebody.
I've been trying to sell my property on Jamaica Boulevard for like 5 months, apparently.
Oh, really? I hope it works out.
It hasn't been going great. The guy I keep talking to says he can't get a good deal.
That's the text messages I get a lot. Are you interested in selling it? I'll have my mom's address. Like, stop. No.
I'll be back.
Griffin's in Connecticut. You're on
He
ESPN
is.
New York. Hi, Griff. What's going on? Everything good? Great.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? That is, by the way, Alan, that is very creepy.
Right?
Very creepy. I want to talk about the Deshaun Watson thing you were talking about earlier. I don't know what happened. He literally has fallen off a cliff, and I feel bad for the Cleveland fans. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is an NFL quarterback, but to me, he should be starting over Deshaun Watson. If you watched his preseason game this past week, we could do better than him. That was bad. That was awful. And you say you don't take much out of preseason? Well, you should take out of a quarterback looking completely lost.
Mm-hmm.
He is completely lost. And the way he talked at the press conference, I know, Peter, you're probably going to get into it on ENN, but to say if this is not about performance, dude, that's all of it is about.
Well, I'll say this,
You look
Griffin.
bad. You're awful.
I do feel bad for some Cleveland Brown fans. But if you remember, when they got him and gave him all that money and all that guaranteed money, the Brown fans were going nuts that they got him. They didn't care about his past.
Remember some of the
They just wanted him. They
were
defended
doing?
him.
Remember before the games, they would have massage therapy signs and stuff like that. Like
they were all in.
Yeah.
And now he's playing poorly, and now they want out, and he's playing. Alan said it before. He's getting paid that much money. They're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and have him play. It's been 6 years since he had that season that Peter was talking about where he threw for almost 5,000 yards. Only a handful of games. Stats haven't been good. But you want to feel bad for the Cleveland fans? I kind of do because it's been a long time since that team's been anything, but they were all on board with getting him and didn't care about his past.
They were joking about it. Yuck.
But the owner's the one who did this. You remember the story? He didn't want to go there. He told them no.
Well, that's why they gave him the money and
how
all
about
the
we
guarantee.
fully guarantee it? And he was okay. He wanted to go to Atlanta. That's home for him. He wanted to go to Atlanta, and they weren't going to fully guarantee his deal. And he took the fully guaranteed money, which, if you're his agent, that's a smart move.
Well, and listen, just a little advice for athletes, everyday life. If somebody says no, and the only way to get them to say yes is throw more money at them, it's probably not worth it. If you want a girl to go out with you, come on, no, I'm not interested in you, and all of a sudden you start throwing money or opportunity, and I'll go out. You know what? It's not going to work out. They don't want you. And all of a sudden you start, how about this? How about this? How about this? And then you convince them, no, that's not, it doesn't work in sports. It doesn't work in life. He wasn't interested in going there. They gave him all that money, all of it guaranteed, and finally he caved. And now look what you got.
Yep.
You're starting a quarterback who doesn't deserve to start, and it just never, ever going to work out. And if you're a Jet fan, just know, as bad as it gets, you're not Cleveland.
That is a great point.
We've got ENN next. Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have an awesome rest of the night. I'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Can't catch a break today in Queens. A new issue on the Grand Central westbound by 188th. Crash involving a completely flipped over car. Traffic is squeezing by on the shoulder. You're at a standstill there from the Cross Island. LIE westbound. Still have the right lane out by Queens Boulevard. Cleaning up an earlier tractor-trailer fire. Bumper to bumper there and backed up to Casino Boulevard. Heaviest delays to the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound. Solid from the Bronx River Parkway on through. Inbound George still looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnel's not too bad, just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Over in Jersey, Parkway southbound, jam trying to make your way onto Route 80 in Saddlebrook. Crash on the ramp at exit 159. You're solid there from Route 17 in Paramus. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay. It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one, 40% off windows and doors, and no payments, no interest for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See local showroom for details. Offer ends August 31st, 2026.
Beginning Tuesday, September 8th, watch DiPietro and Rothenberg and Hahn and Rosenberg live every day on the MSG Network. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to ENN.
Yeah. Ray-Ro.
You ever watch YouTube?
It's brought to you by our friends at
Boost. I'm sorry, I wasn't on the same page. I
Brought to you by our friends at
Boost.
Boost Mobile.
Yeah.
That's right. Boost Mobile, folks. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, big shout out to our friends here at Good Karma. No longer Good Karma Brands.
No.
The company that owns ESPN New York here. It's actually Good Karma Sports.
What?
That's right.
How about that?
Been 30 years of evolution at Good Karma, and now it is officially Good Karma Sports, reflecting the company that Good Karma has become and where the future is. New name, same people, relationships, values, and it's going to be even bigger across the sports world. So shout out to our friends and our family here at Good Karma Sports. It's like Boost, but sports.
Yeah.
I'd like to start off E&M by saying good evening to Don.
It's not preseason anymore. It's NFL extortion.
To Don and Alan.
I used to love it.
You
I
need
used
it.
to enjoy it. I don't need it. I hate it.
To Alan.
Getting
Which
super
is-
fudge. That's nerd.
To me and Alan. I would order Ramona Quimby age 8 and be so excited about it. And then
Nerd alert.
and to myself, in my defense, I suck at baseball. And to the caller.
That Alan Hahn is a unit.
Oh boy. That can,
I wonder what the.
that
I
can
wonder.
go. That can go. We can.
What
we
do you
can-
think the real
Hit
thing was?
dongs.
He edited himself for TV. What do you think was really said about him?
Wait, what?
No, I think that was it.
No, he said he had to clean it up. He couldn't say
Oh,
it,
he
so
did?
he came up with unit.
That Alan Hahn is a unit.
He knows how to slide. It's basically falling down.
That was Stanton. I brought this up when we talked about Stanton's injury earlier. I just kept thinking
He knows how to slide. It's basically falling down.
it just reminded me of Stanton.
I thought about this because I survived the softball, but I went ice skating with the family and fell, and my knee's swollen, and it's all bruised up.
You doubled
And
down.
I thought, I don't skate that often. It might have been 2 years since I skated. So I got going, but, you're going to fall.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like how Stanton is with running. He hadn't done it in a while.
Right.
And
That's
then
hard.
he fell.
Yeah, using these feet are hard.
I honestly believe we've seen the last of him.
Oh, no. You really think so?
And I'm a fan.
I don't think it's the end. You mean ever? That was it?
I don't think. He's got 2 years left on his contract. The Yankees can buy it out that second year.
You're
But
hurting me.
We may not have baseball next year.
Right. That's a big part of this because I think that's the bulk of what's left, right? 25 next year or something like that?
It's 15 next year.
That's 15. 15 and 10?
And 10.
Oh.
And they could buy out the last year just 10.
Now
and
it seems
again,
like a
and I think of the 25 that's left, 10 is being paid by the Marlins.
Sorry. Did they rule out, by the way, anything this year?
It sounds like he's
But
done
not
for the season.
100%, correct? Like there is a world. Just
Yeah. If they go to the World Series,
humor me. They go on a deep playoff run, and it's one of those things where, like, you hear that in the ALCS, he may be available and he comes in for an at bat here or there.
He can't run, but he could pinch hit, couldn't he?
Sure, that's what I'm saying.
Dongs.
I mean,
and hit dongs.
And if he doesn't hit it out, all right,
He's out.
I can't get the first.
So that is it. That is the question: is will we ever see Giancarlo Stanton as a Yankee again?
Excellent question.
I look for any reason to play that Iron Sheik.
You know what? Why not?
Mr. Dan Maloney.
Do you realize that in that interview with and we've lost him now, unfortunately, with the journalist,
Mr. Dan Maloney.
he's no longer with us, sadly. But in that interview where Iron Sheik became a phenomenon after his career, he talks about how he has a distaste for the Killer B, B. Brian Blair, and they had a match in WrestleMania 3 in the Silverdome, and Sheik says, in not so many words, in more colorful language, that he wanted to go out to the ring, suplex him, put him in a camel clutch.
Oh, the camel clutch.
And then, as he put it, and again in more colorful language, sexually violate Mr. Blair.
Why?
But he didn't
talk too long.
I didn't need that part.
But he didn't do it. You know why? And this is where my favorite part is. Because in the middle of the interview, while he's talking to Dan Maloney on cable access, and he goes, I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I respect Vince McMahon. And then Dan Maloney, journalist that he is, jumps in and goes, you're a professional. He goes, I'm a professional. Because if he was any less professional, he would have committed sodomy in front of the entire planet. But again, he's a professional.
But I can't because I'm a
I respect Vince McMahon, number one, and number two, I'm a professional.
Mr. Dan Maloney.
Depending on what state that was all, you said it was at Detroit?
It was in Pontiac.
Yeah, Michigan. It might have been illegal.
I would think it would have been. Based on what he described, I'm confident. Now, we've spoken some about the Cleveland Browns today, more than you'd ever think you would. But there was actually more to the Cleveland Browns than simply the Deshaun Watson of it all.
Okay.
Oh, this gets better.
Daquan Wright.
Yeah.
Who now has an agreement in place to play for LSU if he clears waivers.
This is something.
Isn't it?
It is believed that he would be the first player to have an agreement to return to play in college after signing with an NFL team. He signed with the Philadelphia Eagles after the draft and then was claimed on waivers by the Browns on August 11th. Didn't appear in either of the first 2 preseason games. He hasn't practiced in more than a week. He dressed for the second game against the Bills. Now, Todd Monken has said that he's been sidelined because of an injury. On Wednesday, Wright officially entered the transfer portal after he and a group of athletes who filed a lawsuit in Louisiana were granted a temporary restraining order to return to college for one more season. Here is Todd Monken on the Daquan Wright situation.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, as far as I know, he's had a medical issue that wasn't allowing him to practice. That's a medical, issue. It's nothing to do with me, and then, but, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I wondered why Lane Kiffin reached out a week ago. Now I know. I mean, I didn't know. Now I know. I didn't call him back. Now I guess I should have.
It's a joke.
He was cracking them up there.
Hardy.
Had them all go. But look, we saw this in basketball. We saw this in hockey. It was a matter of time. I think we discussed it, right, Don? Didn't we discuss this when the basketball story? It was the guy that the Knicks had in Westchester.
Right.
And then he ended up going to, Baylor.
Yeah. So
right?
It's happened G League. I know no
G
NBA
League.
players. But
yeah, and then there was the AHL player who went back to college. There was that.
Yes.
And we said, would there be practice squad guys who still have eligibility that realize I'm not going to make the roster? He'd make more in college than on the practice squad. So you go back, and that's what he's doing. He was undrafted, right? He was undrafted free agent, signed with the
never
Eagles.
Played.
Right. So that's his deal is I should be able to go back. And that's the thing now. It's
Well, what's going to happen? They were talking about this morning. Let's say you had an NIL when Deshaun Watson got suspended by the Houston Texans, wasn't able to play.
Yeah.
What would stop him from saying, I got a year left of eligibility at Clemson. Let me see if I can go and play there.
So from what I understand, the NCAA, and that's why they had to do the lawsuit thing. I think the NCAA and the reasons why the previous other cases were allowed is what they're saying is you didn't make enough money as a pro, meaning in the minors, to match what a scholarship would have been. Meaning you couldn't have paid for school off that salary.
Okay.
So if you have eligibility left, they decided they're going to allow that now. It's why, and again in hockey, Canadian Hockey League players like that are semi-pro, the OHL and the Q and the Western League, they never were eligible to play college hockey before. This summer that changed, and they're all now allowed to play. That has changed everything in college hockey. But I think like the G League thing and then the AHL thing were because your minor league salary wasn't a lot. So this guy was basically just making a couple of bucks as on the roster in the off season. He has not made enough money. A guy like Deshaun Watson, it's too much money. You can't allow that. So I don't think it's ever going to become
like we already saw players because who was the kid that was the quarterback that wasn't they got suspended at LSU, and I'll just go to the draft, right? Like you could do that. Could it be a reverse? Maybe you're not Deshaun Watson.Maybe you're just some player, backup center who's got suspended. All right, I'm going to go play college. What's the stop? Let's say I got an extra quarterback on my roster. Don't want to cut him. Like a Giants got a quarterback. All right, you know what? Go play for Rutgers. It's down the street. Right?
Well, I've always said that.
You know what? Go play, and then if we need you, then if it's truly minor leagues, they're basically telling you that these kids aren't going to school, they're making money. It's minor leagues. Well, that's what happens with the minor league sports.
This guy's going to make
baseball,
like $1 million.
send guys down.
He's going to make $1 million going to college.
Right?
That's the thing. The money is in college is a joke.
And the thing that makes me because I'm not
and
like
you get
Peter.
to play.
Well, that's the best part. So. What would you rather do? Would you rather be a practice player?
Make no money in the league.
Knowing I have eligibility. You bet on yourself. You didn't get drafted, but you signed with the team and you said, all right, let me see if I can make a team. But you realize at this stage in August, all right, I'm on a second team already. Doesn't look like I'm making this team, but I could go back to college. LSU's offering me, whatever it is, NIL, $1 million, whatever it is. I'm not going to make $1 million playing on a practice squad. So let me go back.
It's just I'm not like Peter, like the dude doesn't like college football.
No.
I like college football.
Do you?
All right,
I do too.
I'm not in love with it the way some people are, but I'll watch. I try to pay attention. It's football.
Sure.
I enjoy football.
Yeah,
but it's so cringe now when they show the student section and they tell you what they made. It's over. It's over.
Did they really do the major?
It's a minor league, but they still try to. It's still giving you the college spirit. Like they're not students anymore. They're being paid. It's the minor leagues now.
Did you see Beck was talking? It was the first preseason game. He was talking about a player, and he said, "Oh yeah, Wischusen said he was at Florida last year, and he's like, he actually went to Florida, but before that he went here, then he went here, then he went here. 4 different schools. You got to do the whole resume now with these players. 4. Could you imagine going to 4 different colleges playing football in 5 years?
It's not what it's supposed to be.
Acclimating year after year with a new team and a new bunch of new teammates and all. The college experience alone, the best part of it is growing up with your freshman class and like that whole thing. That's gone now. It's really treated like professional. Everything's year to year. But now allowing players who don't make it in the pro level where you get your multi-year $1 million contract, allowing them to go back because they have eligibility, that also changes the game too.
Now, just to add one last bit here, let's hear from no lesser an authority than Paul Feinbaum on Get Up talking about the situation.
College football has officially plunged into the abyss. We have never been at a place like this before. There have been scandals far more serious, but this is a new low in terms of the machinations of the legal system, the NCAA, and all these things. It's just incomprehensible to think that someone was on an NFL roster the other day, and he very well could be playing for LSU a week from this Saturday.
Paul. I don't
but
agree with
it's
this.
the way things are right now, and the one thing that I think everybody is waiting for, callers are outraged, fans are outraged across the board. What can, if anything, the Southeastern Conference do about it?
Nothing.
I don't.
See,
why is this such an atrocity?
It's
because
again,
what he's trying to say is that the way we knew college football is over.
Yes.
It's not college football anymore for a guy that's been around for a long time, and he is now seeing that it's minor league. So let's stop pretending
But
now.
It really wasn't before either.
It's also not unprecedented. Like I just explained, it has happened in other sports.
No, I understand. But what he's talking about, like college football, that now, like, and I don't know if Feinbaum's paying attention to the basketball and hockey of it all. From a college football standpoint, to see a guy be on a roster of the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns and go back to college.
He was on an off-season roster. He wasn't
know,
like
but
in
still.
season.
I know, but who is, besides that it's different, who is negatively affected?
Peter, you know how we call baseball church here?
Yeah.
That's SEC football
that's
for the
fair.
Paul Feinbaum show.
It's fair.
And
I totally get it.
And you obviously
I'm just trying to understand,
follow college football for what it was supposed to be. Student athletes performing, and then once you became a professional, it was over. You were done.
Yeah.
And now we've seen the Olympics. No, you can go back to the Olympics. And now you go back. I could understand an old school guy saying, all right, listen, we went from wanting to pay these guys, we were taking advantage of them, and now the pendulum has swung completely to where the student-athlete thing is over. I can understand an old school guy saying, this is not what I signed up for. It's not what it's supposed to be. I'm now covering a minor league league. I'm not covering
but all I'm saying
anymore.
is it's been that. But now the players can benefit from it and have more control of their lives.
It just used to be that once you signed any contract, any pro contract, it used to be, even as a practice player, even as an undrafted free agent, that's it. You have yielded your eligibility. That doesn't exist anymore based on this, the lawsuits that have been in favor of the athletes. And it's the problem of the imbalance that started many years ago because they had pigs at the trough in the NCAA with coaches and schools making money.
No one wants pigs at the trough.
You don't want them anywhere. And they were making money off the players, and the players weren't even allowed to be given a free lunch, right? They weren't allowed to
get
get
suspended for using somebody's hose to wash their car. It was stupid.
It went from one extreme to another with no middle ground, and that's the problem. And they don't know how they can. How do they get this under control? How do you actually then say, well, wait a minute, we're going to now write up these new rules?
And what he's telling you is that it's done.
It's over.
It's not. You can't put the milk back in the udder. This is the way that it's going to be.
He's also said for a couple of years now that he's envisioning a time in a not so distant future that the SEC breaks away from the NCAA and is their own functioning professional league.
Well, that's what the SEC wants
represented
to do.
by colleges, and it'll be separate from everything else.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It's what they want to do.
And what would
they have their own rules?
And who would they play against? How many teams would be in this league?
There's a lot of teams in the SEC. They really mostly play each other. But it doesn't mean you can't play a Big Ten team, but they would not be part of the NCAA thing.
So,
and
that wouldn't be bad.
And then the Big Ten would follow. Only football, and then the Big Ten would follow.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like pasteurizing the sport at all.
Of course, it gets worse. But then they want to be able to control their own rules and do it their way. And that's why it's out of control, because no one trusts the NCAA to have any type of backbone, to have any type of leadership, to avoid what we now have seen this thing get completely out of control.
Listen, it's not for me. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, but again, it's not like he signed a 5-year rookie deal and then 1 year in decided I want to go back to college. This is a practice squad, undrafted free agent.
This is an advantage. It just feels like everybody was, just allow me to protect the players for a moment. Everybody was okay with how everything went when, as Michael always pointed out all the time, the coaches can do whatever they want. Coaches are fine. Schools make their money. Yep. Boosters have their money. Yep. Everyone was in control of their life except for the players, the commodities that make everyone rich. And now that these guys have some option and flexibilities, all these old fogies are getting their panties in a bunch.
Yeah, because no one decided to make rules when they went to the NIL system. You needed to make rules.
Well, they're figuring out as time goes on. That's kind of what happens.
You're right.
Mike Vrabel was questioned about the Patriots' depth.
I don't think we have a very deep team, Mike, so I think we have to make sure that we're preparing our football team and that we're doing everything that we can to keep our best players available.
Interesting.
So that's him why they're not playing anybody.
Right.
I think we don't want to get anybody hurt, like Don said.
Right.
Just don't get anybody hurt. Vrabel's like, yeah, we can't. Like I said.
We don't have
any depth.
That is an interesting. You don't often hear people say that while people are gunning for the jobs.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's being performative. Did go to the Super Bowl last year, but
well, we're going to find out.
Not a great day for 49ers owner Jed York.
You don't think?
He pled no contest to a pair of misdemeanor charges after being arrested in Ohio on suspicion of engaging in prostitution. He was trying to get to a meeting location.
Okay.
Very interesting looking meeting location.
Cleveland?
Well, in Cleveland, sure.
All right, downtown.
No, like a trailer park.
Like
outside of Cleveland. Yeah.
You said trailer
He'd
park.
been on a prostitution website.
All right.
And he had arranged a $140.
Let's get the origin story of this.
Yeah,
$140 exchange.
All right.
$140.
What do you give it at?
Yeah.
He was arrested upon arriving at the meeting location.
Was doing porn.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not great. York's attorney did not immediately reply when requested for a comment. 49ers said in a statement that at this time this is a legal matter and it's been resolved and we will not be providing any other information.
None of your business.
Right.
Again, we don't answer to this stuff. Now, if it's a player, they'd get asked about it every week for the rest of the season, maybe the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
However, we own the team, and as Don pointed out last week, nothing really happens to rich people. He will continue to own the team, and that's it. My bad.
Sex.
Now, I looked at the pictures of Jed York, who I never really paid much attention to previously.
Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah, it tracks.
Really?
Does it? I'm not going to say
Is he a married man? Not that
yes, he is. Sure. I'm not going to say he looks like the kind of guy who would be at an East Palestine, Ohio.
Excuse me?
That's where he was, in East Palestine, Ohio trailer park.
Okay.
Is that right?
Trying to get $140, But he doesn't not look like that either.
Still want to know. 140, what does that get you?
That's what I'm wondering.
I think it gets you plenty.
What's that on the menu?
140
Well, it's Ohio.
For a man of his means?
Cleveland! This is for you! Oh!
Trailer park. Trailer park prostitute.
And he had to know. Why Ohio, by the way?
Now, I mean, it sounds like an insult.
Now,
it doesn't even sound like a real thing. You trailer park prostitute. It's like someone would yell it in a fight. Now, it's a real thing, apparently.
Is it?
But
I have proof.
But I would think if you have that kind of money, that there are certain, as they say in Canada, organizations.
Yeah.
That you could get. You probably have to spend a lot of money.
A couple
but it's very discreet.
You would think.
And nobody would be the wiser. I think when you start going to the trailer park and you're talking about figures of $140.
Did he not know it was a trailer park? Was he just like, oh, here's the address?
Every trailer park I've ever drove by, there's a sign that lets everybody know it's a trailer park.
Yeah. So you wouldn't pull in. You'd go, oh, no, I'm not doing this.
Well,
just bail out.
No, but I whether he just was in that mode.
Oh, there's that
he had
mode.
a hankering.
We've all been in that mode.
But you're not discreet is not on the list of things that they're going to help you with. I mean, I would think you don't want people to find out about this.
So you go to a trailer park.
Listen,
that's tough.
I guess if you had pterodactyl arms, I'd understand. But otherwise, I just think take care of your own business, man. Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's not. Well, you're trying to rationalize an irrational thing.
I don't think that's the.
What? Then you might have no choice, right?
Let the boy watch.
I don't understand what you're saying.
No, you got to understand what he's saying.
What don't you get?
Alligator arms?
What he's saying is, if
he can't reach.
Hey.
But again, you're being practical. That's not what this is. Not like. It's back to. By the way, not even kidding. In all seriousness, to bring it full circle, to earlier. It's the Deshaun Watson thing. It's not. There's no logic to it. It's just there's something sick.
Yeah, but I will take.
You're not risking your entire everything for this.
That you've got a problem, but even people with a problem, I mean, have some decorum. No, there's outlets. You have the ability.
He is so hot inside.
You're a billionaire. You could find some place where you know what they're paid to not tell you, not say anything.
I love it.
You're in good shape, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But again, you keep doing it. You keep trying to inject logic and reason. All of this stuff is why he was doing it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I can't.
As a wise boy named Latarian Milton once said, "It's fun to do bad things," and that's the.
But nothing that you've described sounds fun.
To him, it does. We can't reason this. We can't try to understand it, and we can't certainly explain it.
The Joking Hall of Fame's sick.
Listen, when I was 16 drinking Budweiser Nips, the trailer park sounds like an adventure.
Hey, now.
A billionaire owner of an NFL team, it sounds like, cross your legs and hope for a better day.
You guys are a mess. I hope you guys realize.
So anyways, we wish the best to the Yorks.
We have something uplifting here?
Doesn't have to be a full-on orgy.
No, I'll wish my best for somebody that deserves it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know that he's a bad guy. Maybe he's not doing well.
Maybe
I don't know.
Definitely not doing well.
But
not today.
No.
Well, listen. I get we're in a different world now. But sometimes, and I've said this back in the Michael Kay show, sometimes the answer's bad guy.
Sometimes.
It can't always be, well, he's got a problem. But sometimes, you know what his problem is? He's a bad guy.
Yeah, well, that is a problem.
Well, no, 100% that's on the table. But we've never, I don't know personally about you guys. I don't know anything about him prior to this. I don't know how he got his money. I don't know any of his story. This is the only thing I've ever heard. So I'm just going with, sounds like he had some stuff going on.
Some stuff. There's some issues. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's more information that would push me more towards just bad guy. Maybe not. Now,
it is a...
It's on the table, Don. I'm not taking it off the table.
It's a terrible story. Can we end on a positive?
Do you have something?
No, I'm asking you.
I think he's looking at the end of the road here.
Oh, no. Nothing?
Let the boy watch.
Hold on, me.
Come on. I know you can do it.
Did I mention that Good Karma Brands is now Good Karma Sports?
We open with it. We
What
can
a
close
segue.
with it.
Hey, Tone, you want some Bajal Fresh? How about this? Well, no lesser an authority than my dear friend Zach was listening to our ENN from Friday.
Okay.
And said it was the best ENN of the new show era.
I concur.
He was like in stitches the entire time.
Don't you remember?
Thought
It
we
was
hit
good.
like he thought it was like a moment in time for the show potentially.
Didn't we say this?
We
It
were
felt
laughing
good.
half the time.
But I thought
the Lion King conversation.
By the way, it is still a debate that we need to bring back.
Yeah,
Didn't
no,
we say we were going to bring it
well,
back?
Don
this
was
week?
Wednesday.
Is it happening this week?
Wednesday.
Why not? I'll go for it.
Top
I
5
love
Disney
it.
movies.
Wow, you're putting yourself out there now.
Especially John Winthrop may take it very seriously.
Yeah, which is good. We want that.
He's
I'm ready.
He's locked in. All right, that'll do it for
Okay.
ENN. It was brought to you by Boost. Don't overpay. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month. Forever for life for real. Switch now at boostmobile.com.
All right, last call, crew, 1-800-919-3776. Don Hahn and Rosenberg take you up till 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
ESPN New York and MSG Network are joining forces.
Big news, Jazz Hands.
Start your mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg, live on the MSG Network. Then stick around for Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, live on MSG every afternoon.
We are beyond excited to start simulcasting on MSG Networks.
So think about this for a quick second. You got us in the morning 6 to 10. You got our afternoon show 3 to 7. And then right after that, you're talking Knicks, you're talking Rangers.
Yo, yeah. You wake up, you pop it on again, and there we are, waiting for you. Good morning.
ESPN New York and MSG Network, together like never before. It all starts Tuesday, September 8th.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Hey! 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 My dad is bringing home the best birthday cake ever!
It was my 5th birthday, and my dad was bringing home the cake.
Should have been here a half hour ago.
The cake never made it, and neither did my dad.
911, what's your emergency?
That was the day a drunk driver killed my dad.
Daddy?
Impaired drivers take lives. Think.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. Aired in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
Hey Yankees and Knicks fans! Come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, September 25th and be ready to receive a very special giveaway. It's Josh Hart Yankees Bobblehead Night, presented by Delta Airlines. The first 18,000 guests will receive a Josh Hart Yankees bobblehead. Again, don't miss Josh Hart Yankees Bobblehead Night, presented by Delta Airlines when the Yankees face the Orioles on Friday, September 25th. For tickets, log on to yankees.com/tickets.
This is Carlin on ESPN New York.
Dan Graziano, ESPN NFL insider, joining us. You were particularly high on the possibility of the Jets offense being much better this year.
There's reason for Jets fans to believe they'll get more out of Geno Smith than the Raiders did. I think Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, they have weapons. I don't think it's far-fetched to think that the Jets might have a kind of a cool offense.
Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. This summer, I made a decision. Instead of just living with my pain, I wanted to find out what was actually causing it. That's why I went to see Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Pain. What I liked right away was his approach. He takes the time to understand what's going on and builds a treatment plan that's right for you without jumping straight to surgery. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, sciatica, or joint pain, it's worth having the conversation. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, getting care is convenient no matter where you are. Go to samwellpain.com to learn more or schedule an appointment.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
So I've got this right. Flat repairs or replacement if needed. Rotations and rebalancing every 5,000 miles, all included with the tire purchase. With paid installation and tax? That's the...
Don't make me say it.
I was going to say it.
You don't say it. You back it up. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Free with every tire purchase.
So they're the...
best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
Midas, the best around.
Did you know Skechers makes high-performance footwear for almost every sport you play? Here's what our athletes are saying.
Hi, I'm pro basketball player OG Anunoby. I dominate in Skechers basketball. Skechers delivers championship-level performance.
I'm WNBA star Jackie Young. Skechers keeps me quick, comfortable, and ready for anything.
And you can get high-performance Skechers and hands-free slip-ins technology. Just step in and perform.
I'm pro golfer Matt Fitzpatrick. I play in hands-free Skechers golf slip-ins.
Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or whatever high-performance sports shoes are sold.
Lodi, New Jersey, are you ready? Monkey Sports is bringing the ultimate sports destination to your neighborhood. Join Team ESPN at Monkey Sports on Saturday, August 29th for the grand opening celebration. It's all starting at 9 a.m. at 240 Route 17 South in Lodi, New Jersey. Meet brand experts, check out the latest sports gear, and win ESPN swag. Whether you're a player, parent, coach, or fan, there's something for everyone at Monkey Sports. Don't miss the biggest grand opening of the year, Monkey Sports in Lodi, New Jersey. You know who's from Lodi? Not familiar if you Glenn Danzig. Remember
Lead singer of Danzig, too.
Yeah, and then he was also the lead singer of the Misfits back in the day, from Lodi, New Jersey.
Wow.
That's his claim to fame, or that's Lodi's claim.
Lodi's, yeah.
I'm not sure who else is from Lodi. 1-800-919-3776. We got the last call, crew. The Jets won their game on Friday against Pittsburgh, and Geno Smith, listen, it is what it is, right? I'm just saying don't read too much into it, but he was 7 for 7, touchdown drive. Got him out. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I was like, I want to see him play the whole half. If he's not going to play the last preseason game, but the Jets felt like it was a great drive. Let's get him out of there. I would have liked to see a little bit more. Did you care? Were you happy with him getting pulled out of the first series?
First and foremost, because he didn't play in the first game because of a foot thing that became a surprise. And now he gets through what was a relatively successful first drive. You realize they have nothing after him. The fans love Klubnik. You have to remember, he's still a rookie. He has no experience. If anything happens to Geno Smith, you're going to a guy that has no reps in the NFL. None. Right? Fourth-round pick. Now, he could turn out to be a nice player. Everybody's excited about him, but it still leaves you in a really tough spot. So you have to just make sure, give Geno some game rhythm, and then get him out of there. The guy's 35. He's been in the league long enough. I don't think he needs preseason to help him ramp up for week one.
And then, you see Klubnik come in. He went 10 of 14 for 75 yards. So what he's done. Sacked a couple of times, but Zappi's not an answer. Cook's not an answer.
No, they need a vet. They got to get just get a vet in there just in case.
Well, I think you're going to see that because remember you got the preseason coming up this weekend, and that's it. But you don't play until
the 13th.
The 13th. So at that point, there should be some guys that are cut, and you might have a chance to go out and get yourself a veteran. Geno on his touchdown drive.
Felt good to be out there with the guys. You know, obviously we got one drive in, but we scored a touchdown. You always want to start fast, and so that was a good thing. Definitely a lot of room for improvement, so just looking forward to getting back to practice, getting to work. I'll keep those to myself, but I just feel like we can be a lot better.
You got to keep everything to yourself because, you don't want the Giants to find out something and beat you in the preseason next week. Dan Graziano was on Carlin earlier today.
All right.
Reason to be positive about the Jets' offense.
A lot of people seem to think Geno Smith's struggles last year had more to do with the offense he was in and the circumstances he was in Las Vegas than it did with him. I had, coaches, quarterback coaches from teams that were kind of looking around saying, his tape was actually pretty good when you look at the throws. So there's reason for Jets fans to believe they'll get more out of Geno Smith than the Raiders did. I think Garrett Wilson, A.D. Mitchell has apparently had a great offseason. Breece Hall, all the money they committed to him, they think he's going to be an explosive player. And they have weapons around Geno. They go deep at running back. They're excited, obviously, about the rookie tight end. Once he gets healthy, they've invested resources, high-end resources in the offensive line. I don't think it's far-fetched to think that the Jets might have a kind of a cool offense if the people that I was talking to all offseason about Geno Smith are correct.
See what I was saying? Like different people that are starting to pay attention to the Jets. That's two Dans now I've heard from, Orlovsky and Graziano, who both they like what they have, and and I'm with you, Don, when it comes to how do you view Geno Smith. The preseason's not going to tell you. But in the regular season, when the green light is on, was last year because the Raiders' offensive line was terrible, and Geno, when he's under pressure, he will panic. He will just throw the ball away. And was that more a case of that versus Geno fell off big time? The Jets have a good offensive line. They have a lot of weapons. If Geno can find even a little bit of what he had in Seattle, they could be a good, capable offense.
We said this a couple of weeks ago. If you look at the Jets' history, when they get competent quarterback play, they usually have a pretty good season.
Yeah.
Period. And all we're asking Geno is to be competent. Don't turn the ball over. Don't make mistakes. You've got some weapons there. You should be able to run the football. At least put you in situations where you've got like 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 instead of 2nd and 12. You just took a sack and then you're 3 and out. So I'm not asking for the moon and the stars. I'm just asking for him to be a competent quarterback. This team should win north of 7 games if he does that. But if he doesn't, it could be another disaster of a season, and then we'll have to find out what Aaron Glenn can give you.
And then, that's exactly it. It's going to be one of two things: is Geno Smith playing well and the Jets are winning? If Geno Smith isn't playing well, he's to blame. But if he's playing well or decent and the Jets still look sloppy and make mistakes and blow games late because of various reasons, that's more on Glenn. So it's really the two things you're really watching this year. They have a coach, they have a quarterback.
And those are the two things you need. Because if you look at the Jets' history, like even Douglas got fired because he drafted the wrong quarterback, and I still believe that Woody Johnson had something to do with that. Yeah. But you take a look at the trade with Seattle, you take a look at some of the talent that they drafted. They've had talent. They just never had a quarterback, or they didn't have the coach, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Adam Gase just couldn't get anything out of Sam Darnold because he just wasn't good at what he did.
Yeah.
I don't know if Aaron Glenn is good at what he does. Last year we didn't see anything.
I just know he's got Bill Parcells over his shoulder.
I know.
I think that's
and also
valuable.
The beautiful part about this year is, or maybe the worrisome part, depending on how much you're hoping to learn this year, is he won't have to do that much with the quarterback. Like that's the nice part about this season. You can worry about doing all the different things on this team. You're not developing a quarterback this year.
No, that's a good point.
They have a guy who can do the things you need him to do. The hard part is, though, it leaves the question. If everyone's right and they believe their future quarterback is a youngster, then we're still not going to know whether or not AG can develop a quarterback because you have a veteran in Geno. What if you do if let's say, let's use Don's, like the Yankees are in a great position. Let's say the Jets are in a great position. They have all this skill talent, a quarterback, a veteran who we've seen have late in his career enough success to be good. A defense that's got a lot of talent,
let's say the Jets have a good season, and Geno's a big reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you do?
I know.
Well, then maybe you trade up, get the young quarterback. Geno now gets a second season to kind of tutor that young quarterback. Remember, Aaron Glenn's not going to be asked to develop a quarterback. Frank Reich is.
Yes.
And you got to feel a little bit better about Frank Reich than the guys that they had developing the quarterback.
A little bit, but you're still kind of, you're still guessing.
Listen, history tells you they're going to fail. If you're going to bet on history's telling you, screaming at you, they're going to screw this up. But maybe one day they'll get it right, and they've got a competent offensive guy in Frank Reich that should be able to develop whoever the quarterback is. 1-800-919-3776. Last call crew till 7. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
RJ started the group chat. In the first 48 hours of a group chat, pound for pound, that is probably one of the most quiet group chats that I've ever been affiliated with. Now, is that a poor reflection on us? That maybe we're not bringing anything to the table? Because there was maybe like one text.
I will take
in 2
blame
days
because I was an LBI and I was trying to enjoy the day.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I could banter with myself.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Take a look around Major League Baseball, and the Yankees are a lot closer to perfect than most of the teams that are supposedly real championship contenders. And I'll say this with no equivocation whatsoever. If the Yankees were healthy with their running it back philosophy that everybody kicked around, they'd be running it back and running over the competition.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
So I've got this right. Flat repairs or replacement if needed. Rotations and rebalancing every 5,000 miles, all included with the tire purchase. With paid installation and tax? That's the...
Don't make me say it.
I was going to say it.
You don't say it. You back it up. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Free with every tire purchase.
So they're the...
best around.
Midas, the best around.
Did you know Skechers makes high-performance footwear for almost every sport you play? Here's what our athletes are saying.
Hi, I'm pro basketball player OG Anunoby. I dominate in Skechers basketball. Skechers delivers championship-level performance.
I'm WNBA star Jackie Young. Skechers keeps me quick, comfortable, and ready for anything.
And you can get high-performance Skechers and hands-free slip-ins technology. Just step in and perform.
I'm pro golfer Matt Fitzpatrick. I play in hands-free Skechers golf slip-ins.
Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or whatever high-performance sports shoes are sold.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Don on Rosenberg, take you up until 7 o'clock. 1-800-919-3776. The last call, crew. Let's go to Jason in New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Jason? Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason. Hey, how are you?
What's up?
Hey, buddy. Hey.
All right, that should be a lot of fun. Richard in Manhattan. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, man?
Hi, guys. Elgin Baylor retired 3 months before the Lakers won the championship in '72. He was on the team 13 years, and he retired early January. They won it 3.5 months later. They beat the Knicks, so he never got a championship. He retired in Hairston, and McMillan became the starting forwards, one from NYU, one from Columbia.
It's the same
and I'll tell you
story
this,
as
LIU.
Don Mattingly and the Yankees. He retires and they win the championship the next year after going through all
Right.
that he went through. Very same.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Bradley was an Ivy Leaguer. He won it the next year. Allen, since Bradley in '73, 54 seasons. Has there been an Ivy League starter on the championship team?
Starter. I don't think
Ivy League starter.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not
Not a starter.
Fellas, I agree. The most famous college football coach, his wife just died.
Oh, no.
He was so famous you didn't even call him by his name. He was just called Coach. Craig T. Nelson. You remember the movie, the TV show, Coach? His wife died, Sally Faberes.
Yes.
Now, Sally Faberes grew up on the Donna Reed show, which was a great show, Carl Betts and Paul Patterson, or Paul Peterson. Great show. But do you remember the song she sang? Number one hit, 1962. Johnny Angel.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa, was that a great show? Great. Fellas, I got a great list for you.
All right.
Players, Don Nelson replaced Tommy Heinsohn, then played for Tommy Heinsohn. Elston Howard replaced Yogi Berra, then played for Yogi Berra in '64. Who else? Don Nelson, okay. Joe Morrison, Donnie, your father would love this. Joe Morrison replaced Alex Webster and then played for Alex Webster. There might be more, guys. Maybe you guys can continue the list another time. Always a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Richard. Appreciate it.
Joe Girardi.
Yeah, there you go.
Played for Joe Torre.
I think it was Shelley Fabre. I could be wrong.
Girardi played for Torre and then replaced Torre.
Right?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. It's the best I can do. That's all I got.
Yeah, Casey Jones didn't replace. I think Casey Jones replaced like ML. Who was the coach before?
Oh God! Before Casey Jones.
Before Casey Jones,
I couldn't even.
But it's not there. But there's a gap in there.
Yeah,
he didn't.
That predates me.
Coach was a good show.
But by the way,
I loved
yeah,
Coach.
And Donna Reed, big fan.
the Donna Reed show,
big fan.
Let me get this right here.
Cousins. Identical cousins.
Okay. It's there's a lot in between. It's Auerbach. Well, Russell played for Auerbach and then Russell replaced Auerbach.
Well, Red actually told him.
Yeah, gave him the job.
You're going to be the coach now.
Then Heinsohn came in.
Yeah.
Then there's a second of Tom Sanders. I don't remember that. Dave Cowan's player coach. God, they were still running lots of player coach then.
That's Satch. Satch Sanders was the coach?
Tom Sanders. Yep, that's Satch.
Covens.
Yeah, Covens. That's
Covens?
right. Then Covens had them from
Hahn Schoen.
Well, Hahn Schoen and
Havslek.
Well, Havslek never did it, but then you have Bill Fitch for 4 years, and then Casey Jones.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Of course, the Dogs. And then the great Jimmy Rogers, I do not remember at all.
Yeah, Jimmy Rogers had that.
No memory.
Yeah, the 80s perm.
No. If you, Donnie, you had a gun to my head, and you said name Celtics coaches. Jimmy Rogers?
Mispronounced some of those names.
Now, Chris Ford, of course, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Very unsuccessful 5 years.
Well, 5 years ago,
tough.
remember.
Good
then ML Carr for a couple of
Wasn't Chris Ford the first three-pointer in NBA history?
Is that right? I don't.
All right. Didn't he make, when he played for the Celtics, I think he made the first three in NBA history.
Well, he died. 2023.
No longer with us? How old?
He died in 2023. Couldn't have been old. He was born in 49. Oh, he was 74. So, yeah, not old.
Not taking. I'm not taking.
Not taking it, though. No. Did he hit the first three?
Yeah, I guess Awful Announcing had an article where Michael says he can't see doing Yankees into his 80s. But then I read the article, and all Michael was saying is he doesn't think he's going to live into his 80s.
Wait, he actually said that?
And by the way, Ford did hit the first three. Good job.
That was the quote? Not that he said that I wouldn't want to. It's like I probably won't make it.
Because he's always told me he wants to basically die on the air. He's not giving this up.
That would be.
We know, and we know that.
We don't want that.
And we know what he says that would happen. Ruocco would step over him and take the microphone. And probably
finish the game.
Well, he'd probably and Michael would be
in the background behind them. They're drinking.
Or actually, they can't move him at the first, so Ruocco would have to call the game with his feet kind of on K's body.
The quote is because it was Awful Announcing, and it says that nobody ever asked him how long he wants to do it. All of a sudden, he turned 65, and everybody's asking him.
That's how it goes.
Well, 65 is generally that
age of retirement.
The retirement age. You start thinking.
You can't be shocked by it.
No.
He said, God laughs at those that make plans.
Great call.
Man plans and God laughs.
Sure.
I very seriously doubt I'll be living in my 80s.
Why?
Oh, man.
I'm just amazed that John Sterling made it as long as he did. I don't think I would be, but you never rule anything out.
Wait. So they took that and turned it into Michael K doesn't think he'll be broadcasting the Yankees in his 80s?
Because he'll be dead.
Because
dead as a doornail.
But that's why, because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, no, Michael said he's just going to keep. Why would he stop? He idolized Vince Scully. He was John Sterling. Like, he loves doing it. He looks forward to every season and all that. Like, so I'm like, I got to read this article. And I'm reading it. And I was like, no, he's saying he doesn't think he's going to live to do it.
I'm tired. I'm gone. See ya.
Can we just be honest? He's a troubled person.
Do you think like?
And by the way, I saw another headline. I'm sorry, Alan. I saw another headline from the K Awful Announcing podcast, and the headline is "We didn't want him." Michael K. On arrival of Peter Rosenberg. I'm not offended by this. I've heard the story a million times. I just can't believe he still gets asked about this in interviews. The story between the two of you over the years, how many times have you guys told the story about my arrival and you saying, we didn't want it, and then it turned out great? It's the same story. I mean, people just keep asking.
If you don't know it, then you don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know why.
Just check out. Just move on.
Or is it that everybody's just like, tell that story again?
Yeah, we love the story of how you hated Rosenberg and didn't want him.
Like, how did that happen
I could see somebody
again?
hating you wanting to hear that story. But it's a bad ending for them because
that's what I'm saying. They go, hey, when we didn't know him, we didn't like him.
I just think
misery
loves company, right? Oh, Don and Michael hate him too. We never hated you. We just the concept of a third announcer.
Yeah, who would want? No one wants a third person added to their show.
Peter sucks. That's what I'm saying.
But Michael's logic, and Bill Russell spit at that logic, but his logic is tall people don't live long.
I don't want to hear that.
That's what he always said. That's why he doesn't think he's going to live long, because how many old, tall people do you see? Which is a good point, but Bill Russell lived deep into his 80s. He was tall.
Yeah.
It's
how many?
Alan, don't you worry about it.
Don't put that in my head right now.
I don't know.
He just told you.
Jeez, I never even thought about that till you brought it up.
I didn't bring it up.
I got to sit on a train now and have this just marinate?
Really?
Yeah, the tall don't live. Like I said, if you really want to make it get bad, watch the Boeing documentary. Think about the next time you're traveling. You guys will be thinking about it all season.
Oh God,
man! They show some footage in it of like plane actual things happening with like on flight video that you've never seen of people's like phones. You guys remember like a year or two ago the Boeing plane where a piece of the fuselage came off and a piece of the plane was open.
Yeah.
I never saw a video of the guy like filming the open part of the plane.
Yeah, I've seen that. Good news though, Don. Heard some of the planes that went out for the teams this year, right? Flat.
Lie flats? What do you mean? What do you mean went out for the teams? They're new planes?
Yeah, like if you do have a Delta deal. The Delta planes come out.
That's exciting.
Love it.
How about that, Donnie?
God bless.
Take a nap.
3:00 tomorrow. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.